posted the same pic. That's yours. There's mine.
Well, we're here.
Oh man!
If people are paying attention to that, they'll know something's up.
Goddamn, we back. We back and living in person.
We back in what he said. I couldn't think of anything better.
We kind of stole the set design from a different show that you might sit on that side as well.
True. This is a very familiar seat for me.
Yeah, but there's stuff here. I'm gonna try and not put my hand over it as much so I can make my editing easier. But we'll see what happens. There's gonna be stuff behind us now when we're talking about it, including just our socials probably in the meantime.
Yeah, when nothing is happening, it should just be our information there.
A little behind the scenes. But, we're back in person. And we got a couple things to bring up, to hit. I have some notes.
Read the notes.
Let me get the notes up. The notes title is Things We Gotta Hit. So first of all, there's some changes.
Number 1.
Changes. 2 podcasts a month now instead of 4.
I know. We hear you, but shut the fuck up.
There's a lot of content out there, and obviously, here's the thing. I don't think that with where we're at currently with the audience that we have, that we need to be breaking our balls every single week just to get an episode out, if that makes sense.
Right.
So we kind of discussed that. So we're going to move it to a 2 podcast a month thing, similar to the Patreon, which we'll get to.
Yes.
But yeah, it's just going to be 2 weeks, and it's going to be a little bit more edited. It probably already is so far.
We've traded in consistent. Well, we're still going to be consistent. We've traded in quantity for quality. Yes, we've traded in. That's a good way to put it. Quantity for quality.
So we're going to do some different stuff. This isn't going to be the final version as well.
Right.
This will most likely be the main setup for most of the show going forward. But we have ideas for other stuff that we're not going to tell you about unless you're on Patreon, maybe. Maybe. We'll talk about it in the Discord. Second thing was the new look that will be changing more over time. I just said that. Save B4-5. So we filmed it.
We did.
We filmed an episode for you and me. We had
funny story about how this show just refuses to come out.
So let's take them down the timeline of this. So we had the idea. We're like, man, this is a great idea. Let's do it. Execute.
Right.
Get a green screen that is fabric. It blows.
It sucked.
The footage was terrible. We used it for the promo video.
And it worked magically for some reason.
I did so many hours of work on that just to make it look okay.
Yeah.
And then we haven't made an episode yet because we filmed it on a good green screen that we got.
We did great, actually.
It came out beautifully. There's a couple of little bumpers that you'll probably see at the bottom of the podcast throughout this episode.
Yeah, we got some new stuff.
New stuff, little visuals going and shit. But pretty much the audio was fucked. And it wasn't it wasn't the worst. But it felt like the mics were maybe an extra 12 feet away from us than they needed to be. But they weren't, which was the weird thing. Because we set it up perfectly, but then the audio was just scuffed.
Right.
And it wasn't fixable. So now we just have really good green screen footage. And we were like, oh, we could do ADR.
And then we just sound I like this game a lot.
Yeah.
And
but we decided against ADR as well, because that would be fucking hell trying to...
Yeah, that's just more work than we need to do in the age of modern technology.
So we're just going to do it again at a certain point. Not yet, though. We don't have time because our recording times are late at night.
But this also lends to why there's 2 podcasts a month now. It gives us more time for production, more time for new shows, more time for the Patreon, more time to edit. It makes, again, for quality purposes.
For sure. And then since you mentioned it, the Patreon, we necessarily haven't been uploading as consistent as we wanted to, but life's been happening in a way where, it's kind of been fucking us into not having availability with each other.
Yeah.
So... We're sorry.
We're sorry.
But starting this month, we will be back on track with that. And more will be coming to the Patreon coming soon. We'll talk to you guys in the Discord about that. You guys are going to have more of a say of what we do, I think, in the future. I was a little behind the scenes. I don't know if I mentioned this out loud verbally or not, but I was thinking we could do just like a poll of what games you want us to play as like little mini series, like maybe like one-off episodes instead of, you know, like the Starfield clipped or something. Like just be like, hey, do a 10-minute video on this game and just that's it. So we're gonna put that in there and it'll be like main content channel stuff, but you get to decide what we play. So another incentive to join the Patreon.
For sure.
I think that might be it. We have merch. I got the new merch.
Yeah, I got merch coming in, which I'm sure tomorrow it'll be here. I wanted it to come today, and it didn't. And it'll be in the join the Discord. If you're not in the Discord, it'll be in the weekly pickup section. I'm sure.
Yeah. But yeah, I think that's all there is as far as like updates, right?
Yeah. Enjoy the new look.
Yeah. If you have suggestions too, give us them in the comments down below for what you'd like to see visually for the podcast.
If you have suggestions, email it to last week where we might have given a damn.
Yeah. Emails and stuff. But yeah.
No, I don't mean that.
Either way, we're here now. We're in person. And now we get to talk about games in person and actually have a good like conversation where we're not like patiently waiting for the latency
for the
Discord.
the delay.
Yeah.
What do you think about that game? Yeah, I played that. Back to you on the scene.
Back to you 30 seconds later.
Right.
Weather reporter type bullshit.
Exactly.
But yeah, I think that's all we got to hit. So now it's just the intro of the podcast, or do we just play the theme music now and then we
do the thing?
Do the thing.
Yeah.
Yo, what if it like it's on the screen here, like the beginning of the animation, and then it zooms. Hey, that just happened.
Oh, man. Really start the show this time.
Yeah. All right. Level up, gamers, and welcome back to the new look of the Say Before Quitting podcast. As always, I'm joined by my lovely co-host in person now.
It is me, Ant, and I am here in person. Look at us. Look at us being friends in person.
Look, oh, this is going to be bad for the screen. I shouldn't have done any of the stuff that I'm doing right there. I'm going to have to do so much editing for that.
You got to do that and then have something on the screen like you're fucking it up or something like that.
But we'll see what happens. I'll edit something.
I see you over there, man. Friends from a distance.
Yeah, we're definitely not staying this distance apart for a specific reason. Anyway.
See, now they're going to think, like, this wasn't really in person, and they were like,
just cut in half. I just came to your house while you weren't here or something.
Yeah, exactly.
Just filmed real quick. But as always, you can follow us on our social media. Save letter B. Number 4, Quitting over on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube.
The Titty Gang.
I've been posting more TikToks. Today I posted 3.
I need to get back. I haven't been on there in a while.
I posted 3, and a couple of them got some pretty good views in the first 5 minutes, and then stopped.
I don't get algorithms.
No.
We got to call Algae Rhythm.
Algae Rhythm? Is that the cousin of Roy G. Biv?
It needs to be. No, Algae Rhythm... I almost forgot that didn't come out. Algae Rhythm is the name of the dude who worked the algorithm in the second Space Jam movie, Don Cheadle's character.
That is true. That is true.
That is a Brostalgia episode that has not released yet, where we completely destroy Algae Rhythm.
Sucked. Goddamn. Poor Don Cheadle. He's been in 2 projects recently that got a lot of flack.
What was the other one?
The one with the Marvel one. People were mad at that situation because of the conversation that happened between him and Nick Fury, and then it turned out that, spoilers, he turned out to be a Skrull. So
Not
it was like
actually him. Yeah.
I'm sorry, you're talking about the struggles of Black American men as a Skrull?
Listen, man, he understands the struggle. All right.
Here's the thing. I agreed. I got it because like it's kind of like that's what the Skrulls are, but it's a little bit different, you know?
Skrulls.
You heard it here first.
You heard it here first.
God damn. But also, you can join our Discord. The link's in the description as always.
Of course.
You can check it out on our Twitch chat if you type !Discord. If we're live.
Oh, yeah, that's another thing. That's not the same.
What?
We're not on...
We're not live
on Twitch.
That's true, yeah.
And
I'm
YouTube.
liking this a lot more, if I'm being honest with
It's
you.
better, actually, because, like, we never remembered to remove the live version from YouTube. So then that weird live version would get all these views, and you put up the regular one, and it's just, like, dead.
It was nice, though, because you can clip shit on YouTube now, which is nice. But at the same time, now that we're doing a more produced version of the show, once this is uploaded to YouTube, we can just clip that. So it works.
Yeah, you're right.
But either way, what else do we got to shill? SayBeforeQuitting.com, fully spelled out for your merch options. You got these new, nice embroidered sweaters.
Beautiful.
This came out better than I expected, if I'm
It looks
being
really
honest. I love the bitch made design, and I'm really sorry that I didn't play any scary games in October.
Yeah, October kind of just was here and gone.
I did one bitch made stream. I guess I could talk about that in the next segment, but it was I got a return on that. I played like an hour, and then I was like, Steam, give me my money back, please.
What did you play?
We'll talk about that in a second.
Try.
After I ask you, Ant, what did you play this week? What'd you play? It's been 2 weeks, technically.
It has, so now I'm like kind of lost. But I've been playing a lot of Mario Wonder. I'm pretty much, I'd say I'm 75% complete that game.
Okay.
That's become I'm laying in bed at night, pull out a Switch and just play it to fall asleep game.
Yeah. I've never done that before in my life.
Not a Switch.
With a Switch, yeah. That's the whole thing.
So I've been playing through that. I'm loving it. It's just good old classic platforming Mario.
I love the animations. Like,
yes.
When you told me about that, it was like 2 weeks ago when we recorded that podcast after Spider-Man. Oh, we can spoil Spider-Man this week.
Oh, yeah, I guess we can do that.
Shit. I have to make sure I don't spoil stuff for you because you haven't fully finished it.
At this point, though, it's like,
no, I'm not spoiling
all right,
a couple things because there's a couple
okay,
things that you just got to experience.
I didn't know I didn't 100% Spider-Man yet. I beat it. I'm at like the high 80-something%, but I didn't completely.
You got an hour left. You're fine. But fucking, I remember the week that you told me about the animations. In my head, I was like, "Oh, that sounds really cool." And then, like the next day, I saw it on TikTok, and it was a side by side with I forget which one.
I seen that one with
the
the new Super Mario Brothers. Yeah.
Night and day.
Yeah.
I was like, "This is."
They actually look
good.
like and like cartoons. Like it's
it
great.
looks like they gave a shit for the first. No offense to Mario,
no,
Nintendo,
but you're right.
It looks like they gave a shit, and they were like, "This is a dude going in a pipe, not just." Like from the fucking 8-bit days and shit. Like, you can do better.
They said their motivation for that came from the movie. Because since they made a movie, they had to give him, like, more life.
Yeah.
And so since they did that, they added that to the game.
That's cool as shit.
I'm really enjoying it. It's one of those, like, Mario's always, like, a completionist quest for me. Like, I can't just beat it. I could just finish every stage, get to the end, beat it. But like, I'm not leaving a stage until I get every collectible, find the secret exits, collect. Like, I'm doing all of that, and then beating it, and then moving on.
Okay.
Because if I just wanted to blast through it, I probably would have been done last week. So, I'm doing very well at that. I've gotten everything up to the point I'm in. I think I have one more world left, and then it's like end game.
Okay.
So, really, really, really enjoying it. I do want to take a moment and play that at some point on stream on Twitch, which I will do. Hey, maybe I'll do my end game on Twitch.
Hell yeah!
But
platinum it.
Yeah, right. Pretty much. I'll platinum that and then go back to Spider-Man.
True.
But I have to beat it before next weekend. Because Mario RPG Remake comes out next weekend.
That is next weekend. I think Frankie might be streaming again, too, because of that. He was mentioning it in one of my Friday streams. I'm kind of excited for a Frankie stream to come back.
I will stream that.
Oh, yeah.
I played... How much of it did I play through the original? I think I played like 75% of that game.
You were almost done.
I didn't have much game left to beat. But, yeah, that comes out next week.
Shit.
So far, I'm doing really good for me. Because, like, Spider-Man, I was playing Sea of Stars, jumped in Zelda, and jumped off of that to play Spider-Man. Beat Spider-Man, almost done Mario, and then Mario RPG comes out next week. Who would have thought I would have
playing games, baby.
I'd have been killing it like this.
Yeah.
Also, I played most of the way through that Sonic Superstars on stream.
Okay.
I forgot I streamed that.
I remember the stream. I think I was there for a little bit of it.
Mm-hmm.
But I forget the hell I had to do. I had to do something and like dip, but I was like fucking mad because it looked fun.
It's fun, but there's a lot of jank in that shit. Maybe it's because I got it on. Maybe because I got it on Switch, which is a big. Listen, I know. But I wanted to get it on a console that I would allow my son to play because I was not letting him pick up my Steam Deck.
True.
So
it makes
whatever.
sense.
It's fine. I forgot I did that. So there's footage. I need to cut that up into clips.
Hell yeah. I might do that shit tomorrow. I forgot which stream I was playing. Remember the Cyberpunk stream where I like launched the bike by accident?
Yes.
I completely forgot where it was. It's gone from Twitch because their whole bullshit that they do where it's like after 14 days if you're not a partner. If you're affiliate, it's 14 days. If you're not affiliate, it's 3 days. And if you're a partner, it's like a month. Which is stupid. Just make them live forever. There's no reason for this. Whatever. But I found it finally on YouTube because the YouTube keeps it.
Oh yeah, that stays on there forever.
I'm gonna fucking be clipping all fucking day tomorrow. That's all I'm doing.
It's a lot to clip, and a lot more coming to clip.
Oh yeah.
But yeah. So I guess in the last 2 weeks it's been Spider-Man. We talked about Spider-Man on the last one, and I talked about getting through Sonic on the last one. I do have to make a correction. I said that all the characters have no differences in Mario Wonder, and I'm wrong. Like I said, Yoshi and Nabbit, I think the character's name is, are like kid mode where they're invincible, like they can't die.
The second one?
Nabbit.
What's that?
He's a little like rabbit thief, so get it? Nabbit.
Is his color purple?
Yes.
Okay. I see like a vague picture of him in my head, but it's nothing specific, and it kind of looks like a Mario Rabbids.
Yeah.
At the same time, okay.
That you're thinking of the right thing.
All right, cool.
But I said nobody has any differences, and I was like, why wouldn't they give Yoshi the flutter and everything?
Yeah.
Yoshi has all that stuff. He has the flutter, and he can eat characters, and people can. He does all the Yoshi things.
Oh shit! Does he make them into eggs? And can you throw the eggs like Yoshi's Island?
I don't think that happens. I don't think you can throw eggs.
Dude, that was my favorite.
Honestly,
shit.
with the way that game is, if you could throw eggs as Yoshi breaks the game. You could get away with anything in that game if you could do that.
I kind of want to do a Yoshi's fucking Island gameplay on stream now. I gotta find a fucking. If you can help me find a ROM, I might do that.
You still got that link I sent? I don't know how long ago that was.
It's in our Discord years ago.
Yeah, I gotta find it.
Back where another set of messages are.
You can that ROM's not hard to find. But yeah, Yoshi can do all those things. So
all right,
past me is dumb, or I didn't know. I
mean, you might not have gotten there yet. To be fair,
I just happened to watch some YouTube videos of it. And people playing as him, I'm like, oh, he does all the things I said he couldn't do.
I can't wait to go back to that episode and be like, yo, they can't do shit. They're all the same. And then now, I was wrong.
I was wrong. But, yeah, that's it.
All right.
Been Mario wondering it up until Mario RPG comes out.
Man, I've been playing so many games. You have no idea.
I want to hear all about it.
Shit. I'm about to tear some. We're going to start off with the bad. The bad. Call of Duty.
Oh, yeah. We talked about this.
Modern Warfare 3. Holy shit. Is it terrible?
All right. Wait. Before we go on. You said the campaign is terrible. Is the online terrible?
Not out yet.
Oh, so just the campaign's out.
They released the campaign a week. I think the game fully, like zombies and multiplayer, comes out this weekend? Or next week, one of the two. It's like the 12th. I don't know what today's date is, to be honest with you. I work from home.
It's the 8th.
Sure. I'll take your word for it.
This weekend,
I don't fucking know.
So it'll be the 10th, Friday.
Maybe. Yeah. I think it might be. For some reason, I feel like it's the 12th. I saw it. Either way, the campaign sucks. It is awful. And I was going into this excited because I'm like, I didn't play the second campaign.
Yeah.
And I'm like, That one I heard praise from. Javaraf said that she really liked it for what it was. Apparently it was more open world with that one too, I think. I could be wrong. But this one, awful. It is so bad to play. So the first couple missions that you play are about half of the game because it's only 3 hours long.
Wow.
3 hours long for this campaign.
Lets you know where their priorities are.
Oh, yeah. And fucking, like, the first mission is fine because you're just like, it's kind of a stealth mission, but it's also not. Like, there's a moment that I got so disappointed. I think I sent you a Snapchat of it where you're going to break out some guy and it's like the main villain of the story. You don't know you're playing the bad guy or whatever.
All right.
And this like SEAL team taking out everybody that's to capture this prisoner that's some Russian guy. And fucking, they get to this door and you know what it fucking says. It says press E to breach. And I'm like, that's some classic Call of Duty shit. You know what that means. You got that fucking slow-mo shot.
I remember
and everyone's
that.
like, and you're just pew, 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 around the room. It cut to a cutscene.
So they took out the game part of it.
Yeah. I was like, you said breach. Where's the breach?
Why would they take out the thing?
Great question. After that, you get to a mission where it's just run and gun, pretty much, whatever. It's fine. It's not bad. I died a few times because there's a shit ton of AI. It's fine. Then the next mission, it gives you the option and the illusion that you can do it stealth. And it's because it gives you the fucking little silence gun. And it's like, just don't make enough noise. Get in there, get out. You know, fucking Soap or whatever his name is. And the first person you shoot with a silence weapon, the entire fucking area, and it's just a running gun from there. They don't let you do stealth, and then the worst part is you can't even tell if the enemies see you for the stealth. Like, you know how there's normally like a little thing above their head, it's like, oh, I could see you. It's there for like a split second and then they see you. So
they lead you on thinking you can stealth your way if you're careful, but you really, it's just a plot device. It's really just for you to shoot shit up.
For sure, because every single level now, instead of being like, like kind of like a Disney ride, where you're like, you get in your cart on the Haunted Mansion in your buggy, and you make your way through the house, and it's the same ride every time. Yeah, that's what Call of Duty campaigns are to me. You're on this track, and you're playing through it, and that's what it is, and that's fine. Yeah. This game, they give you a map that's maybe like 1/12 of the Warzone size map, right? It's like a little square, but it's a pretty big side, and there's just stuff all over the map, and then your main objective. You can go loot little boxes and stuff like you're in Warzone. That's how you get different guns and your ammo and shit. But there's enemies everywhere, there's cars everywhere, and they're on patrol. And like, there's no way of telling if they're looking at you or if they're not looking at you. And this is coming from a guy who's just playing Cyberpunk, who, that game, can't wait to gush about that. The stealth in that game is perfect. They have put stealth in that game above everything else, and it's just so fucking good. So I'm coming from like the best stealth I've ever played before in my life
to the worst current day stealth.
The worst current day stealth, and I'm just frustrated the whole time. And I just got so pissed at it. I'm like, you know what? Fuck it. I'm going back to just playing ranked. I'm not playing this shitty campaign. Uninstall. Damn. It was horrible.
Damn.
Yeah. And it was rated that way. Everyone said it was horrible. The scores came out.
Like me and Chris talked, he was hitting me up about how horrible it was. I was like, damn. The next day,
that's when the reviews came out.
The reviews dropped, and I think IGN gave it a 4. And I was looking at it like, that cannot be. Like, obviously, I trust what Chris is saying, but I did not expect, there to be widespread. People like, no, this is bad.
Yeah, for sure. I was just more disappointed more than anything. So I was like, for me, Modern Warfare 3, the original one, that campaign I liked better than Modern Warfare 2. Just I thought it was a nice ending to the series, you know, and it was a good story. It was fun. It kept you on the tracks, but every single level was fun, you know, the whole time. This, I don't even know what the fuck. Like, there's a part of me that wants to go play the Modern Warfare 2 campaign to see, like, what the fuck.
People love that one.
Well, that's the thing. I just didn't want to install it because of the size of it, because it's a bigger file size, and, you know, I have fucking Baldur's Gate on my PC, so It's Baldur's Gate campaign, which is phenomenal, or Call of Duty Modern Warfare 2. Could be good.
True.
I don't know.
How big is Baldur's Gate file size?
It's pretty big. It's a couple hundred gigs. At least for me, because I have 4 characters and multiple saves on each one.
It's like Baldur's Gate and Solitaire.
Yeah, I have Baldur's
the whole
Gate,
hard drive.
Solitaire, and Google Chrome. That's it. That's my option.
Can't even edit this podcast.
Nope, not even
Baldur's
allowed.
Gate is on there.
But other than Call of Duty and its abysmal nature, I beat Phantom Liberty.
Oh, nice.
That game is so good. And I'm going to go into spoiler territory for this one a little bit, just with my ending that I got, because apparently what I got was the secret ending, I believe. Pretty much this whole entire story, there's a character by the name of Songbird who gets in contact with you. She's on the plane with the president, and she's like, oh, our plane's going down, you gotta save the president. So that's when you go to the dog town, you save the president, blah, blah, blah. Then you meet Idris Elba, Reed, who's shifty as fuck the entire game. Like, you do not... For me, I just don't trust him, because he's just like, everything he says feels like there's some underlying thing behind it. And there was.
Right.
But then you find out, spoilers, that Songbird has been playing you the entire time. Because she is like a net runner who's like a hacker, and she's like, I have the cure for what's killing you, the thing in your head with Johnny in it. And it'll also cure me because I went on the Black Wall, which is like the black market, but online, and even worse, and it's very bad, and it infects you and your neural system and shit. So she's dying too. She's like, it can help us both. So I'm helping her this entire time. I'm talking to Reed, and I'm like, I don't know, man, maybe I won't be your friend. And I finally turn on Reed at the very end, because I'm like, you know what? He's just not... I trust Songbird. Then she reveals to me that she's been playing me the whole time.
Oh, you felt
And
bad,
it's
didn't
only
you?
one person that can be saved from the treatment.
And that's her?
Well, that's what she was saying. She's like, I was using you so that I could get the treatment, because only one person can use it. So then the option that in my head, I'm like, I'm sitting there, I'm messaging my friend Orla, who also played Cyberpunk and loves it. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. And I'm like sitting there in this like cabbie with Songbird, who's like on death's door. And I just need to take her to this space shuttle that takes her to the moon to go get the cure, because that's where it's at for some reason.
Of course, for some reason.
And I'm just sitting there, and I'm like, I gotta call Reed. So I call fucking Idris Elba. I'm like, yo, man.
My bad, dog.
Songbird was playing me the whole time. You also lied to me, and that I don't like that. But she was playing me the whole time. I need you to get me the cure because she was trying to dupe me. And he's like, I got you. So I fucking take her almost lifeless body, give it to Reed. She takes her away. The game continues for a little bit, and that's the end of it. I finally get a call from Reed later on. He's like, yo, we got you with the surgery. We're going to save you. We got you.
Shit.
That's where the ending starts. This is the secret ending. So you go there, and you call all your friends. I had a relationship with the character Judy, and I'm like, hey, just so you know, I'm going to be gone for a couple months. No big deal. I'll be back soon.
Yeah.
You go into surgery after leaving Nice City. You finally wake up. It's been years. You were in a coma for like 5 to 7 years.
What
total.
happened?
So they went in to take out the chip and all the thing that was infecting your brain. And what they ended up having to do to save you was take out every single piece of hardware that you had from your body. So my gorilla arms that make me punch hard, gone. My legs that make me double jump, gone. Anything that's a computer in my body is gone now.
Fucked you over.
So I'm just sitting there in bed, and Reed is telling me all this. She's like, just so you know, you're not going to be able to go back to the life you led before. You're not going to be this person in Night City who's like, you know, doing jobs and shit. You're not going to be you. And it's just like accepting that. And I'm like, fuck, this sucks. And then he leaves the room. He's like, just so you know, if you want a job here, I got you. And I'm like, dude, fuck you. You've lied to me this whole time. I don't want a fucking job. You just fucking ruined my life. I just want to go back to my life.
I am not a man anymore.
Well, woman. I was female.
Oh, my bad, my bad,
Female
my bad.
V is the best V.
I am not a woman anymore.
Yeah, and I was just like, fuck it. And he leaves the room. I'm like, okay, let me call all the people that are my friends. So I call my Ripper Doc Vic, who's the one who saved you in the first place in the very beginning of the game. He's like, V, it's been years. I thought you were dead. Blah, 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 blah. He's like fucking crying, basically, because he loves you, like, platonically. And then I called Judy. And she's like, oh my God, I thought you were dead. I'm in Delaware now and I'm married. So I have nothing.
Damn.
I can't have my life anymore. I can't have the love of my life anymore.
We had to get the bad ending.
Well, that's the crazy part. I love this end because you go back to Night City and you go and you talk to Vic and you're like, hey man, and he's like a corpo now because a corporation took over his like hospital spot. Yeah. So that was fucking like sad to see because he hates corpos, but he had to like bend to them. And then you leave and you get jumped. And you get pushed down the stairs and you find another NPC, Misty, who's also leaving the city. She's like, I thought you were dead, V. Now you have a new chance at life and whatnot. Walk me to my taxi because I'm leaving and I'm never coming back. You walk her to her taxi, she leaves, and then the camera just pans out and it becomes third person. You can see yourself and you're bald because, you know, they had to shave your head. And someone bumps your shoulder that's walking by in Night City. You turn around. You just start walking down the street because you're just another face in the crowd now. And I was like, that is the most...
That's a great ending.
It's so fucking well written. It's so sad.
Because it's such a full circle moment because it's almost like the message is like, nobody survives Night City. Like Night City.
Yeah.
Like,
and you just become a part of it. You just become a face on the street that you will not remember. And like,
it's this wild story just to all become...
so long too. Like that shot of you walking away, it gets to a point where you don't even see yourself anymore. And it's just the crowd. Like, and it hurts.
That's great. That's good writing.
You know, and I was like so happy with it. And I was like, this is a phenomenal ending. I love this. Good thing I saved before I did that. And now I'm still playing.
Now I can change it. Yeah.
So like, here's the thing. I beat the Phantom Liberty ending the way that I wanted to. I might go do the one where I take the job just for like shits and gigs. But I'm going to pursue the Judy storyline of like us actually making it because... Yeah. Dude, that phone call hurt so bad. You have no idea.
I can believe that, though.
It was just like, it was a gut punch. Like, I was just sitting there like, this is the worst news ever.
This is my life.
This is my life. I'm nothing now. Let me call the love of my life. And I'm looking in the bathroom mirror, too. And, like, the character, I don't know if it was just me, but you can, like, make different facial. Like you can be like, oh, look scary. And, like, ugh, and you do that in the mirror. But, like... Fucking, I'm looking in the mirror and I hear Judy say that she's like married and has like a partner or whatever, and it's just like the deadpan stare at the mirror. I was like, dude, I feel that, and it hurts.
It's
so
painful.
Good. But yeah, it was good. It was good. I fucking loved it. Play Phantom Liberty. It's fun. You can skip right to it too, which is nice.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah.
No.
So if you guys don't want to play all Cyberpunk, which is the wrong decision. But dude, it's so
I have to play that more now because we started recording footage of it.
Yeah, I need to go back and get all of mine because I have a shit ton of footage, but like I'm kind of done, if that makes sense. So like, I'm just gonna use what I have. But damn, man, it was phenomenal. It was a fun ending, but also sad. And it was very cathartic.
It's just like, good though. It's such a good way to end it.
Oh yeah. So,
man, story wise.
Other than that, I've been playing Wingspan, the card game.
Oh yeah, okay. I've
been playing 2 games a night to get better. I am not better.
All right, mission complete. Next game.
I'm working on it. Baldur's Gate 3. I am about to finish.
It's only been
271 hours, 0.3.
271. How many hours in a week?
A decent bit. Just because I casually play it after work every day. Like, I'll just be like, oh yeah, let me just boot it up.
No, I was asking you how many hours are in a week.
Oh, how many hours are in a week? I don't know that question. There's 24 hours in a day. 7 is 140 plus 7 times 4 is what?
28.
20?
15, 6, 168 hours in a week. I just had to do the quick math. Yeah. Quick maths.
I've been playing a lot, to say the least. But I just got to the very end of my Dark Urge playthrough, which was very fun because it's the evil one where you're just evil beyond belief. But I chose to fight the evil and fight against the urge, and that was really cool. I don't want to spoil anything per se, just because there's a lot of stuff that can happen in Baldur's Gate 3. But let's just say you go to fight one of the big bads, and a lot of shit happens if you decide to deny the urge. And holy shit, is it fucking cool.
I saw you put up a clip of you playing Baldur's Gate 3, and you said the shit was blocked off or something.
Oh,
like
yeah.
I saw that. That was the last thing I saw of you with Baldur's Gate.
There's been a lot of goofy stuff that's happened, but I'm at like the final boss fight, I think. I just goofed it a little bit my first try before I headed over, because I was literally doing it before I came. But when I go home,
It's on.
I'm gonna end the playthrough tonight. That's gonna be it for that character, and it's just over. And then I gotta
What do you do with your life at that point?
play the other 2 that I started.
True that. I don't even know why I asked that question.
I have a good guy one, which is a bard. He's a little guitar player that is by the name of Darlik Dees.
I'll see where that's going.
And then I got Dwarf, which was supposed to be my like evil playthrough, where I'm just evil but not the dark urge,
Right.
and I'm just choosing to be an asshole. And then I fell in love with Lae'zel, and now we're good again, which is ironic because I'm just not going to have a very, very bad playthrough, it seems. I might need to make another character to just be our friend
The
Tuscan's
cycle
son.
continues. You cannot escape.
Honestly, it's not wrong.
Baldur's Gate is your like night city in real life.
Kinda. You're not wrong.
Keeps you going back.
It's just too good, man. It's too good of a game. It's game of the year, and if it's not, Keely and I are gonna not be friends anymore. I'm gonna stop answering his emails.
The 2 emails he sends us a year to let us know if we're we're affiliated with the Game
Or not.
Awards or Summer Games Fest.
Yeah. Or just no message at all, left us unread.
You just respond to him like, I'm not responding to this because you didn't make Baldur's Gate.
Honestly, I don't know.
He's gonna hit you back like, I don't know you.
What was there was one last game that I played, and it's not even worth mentioning, but I saw it on a Steam horror sale, and I was like, you know what, it's October, and I streamed it for a bit. But it was like a Junji Ito, which if you don't know is a very famous manga slash I guess anime now because there's an anime of it, like horror artist and shit, and it's more like psychological thriller, but also like demons and shit, and it's very creepy. Like Japanese horror is like my favorite type of horror. And I bought this game, and it looks really cool. It's called like World of Horror.
Okay.
And the live stream's still up on our YouTube if you want to go check it out. And it's black and white, pixel art, and you just make your decisions pretty much of like what you want to do. But none of it's explained. The controls don't make sense, and there's no clear objective of what you're supposed to do. And I was so high and bored playing that game.
That should be the name of your streams now, High and Bored.
Honestly, it's not. That might be what the Wingspan videos end up being if I do those. Teaser. But pretty much, I just literally was like, "This sucks." On stream, said that. And I was like, "I'm very disappointed because I love Junji Ito, and this sucks." I'm getting a
Does not
return
live
from
up
Steam.
to my expectations.
So now I got $15 on Steam that I can use whenever, but I don't know what I'm gonna use it on yet. Maybe a Call of Duty skin because
I bought something on Steam recently. It like, oh, this looks really good, and I bought it. I can't even remember what it was, but at the same time, I was like,
fuck it.
Into the pile it goes, full of games that I haven't touched yet.
I feel that. Man, I was just so disappointed. I'm so happy they gave me the return though, because I was like, I do not want
I'm
this in
not
my
enjoying
library.
myself whatsoever.
Like, this is just too much. And it was like, it was bad. It was not scary either. I was like, this is supposed to be a bitch made stream, and I'm not scared. I'm bored. Like,
It's not even like faux scary for entertainment purposes.
like, there's like one scary moment that happened, but it was just like a creepy drawing of like some lady in a school. And I was like, oh, that's creepy. And then there's an option to be like, just walk away. And I just did that because I was like, I guess.
I'm done with this now.
Yeah, like I'll walk away from this lady, and then she just kills you, and it's over. And I'm like,
Well, that
now
was
what?
bad.
Yeah. So I returned that shit real quick.
Word.
But that is it for me. And, Pokemon Go. I got back into Pokemon Go.
The fucking drug
Yeah,
that
man.
is Pokemon Go.
Dude, I caught some shinies on the shiny Wooper day. You know Wooper?
Shiny Wooper. Yes, I know
Yeah,
Wooper.
Wooper's cool. He's a little axolotl. There's a new version of Wooper. Well, new-ish. He's a Paldean, I believe, but he's brown, and his little thingies that come out the side of his head are bones. Like a little skull and crossbone. Look.
You said the word pal in there. Where the fuck is Pal World?
The
Where
Pokemon
is
with
Pal
guns.
World?
Where's it at?
Shit. I want to play that day one.
Oh, no. I know we've been saying it for fucking years now.
Yeah.
When the fuck is that coming out?
That has to be something we play.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Like
that and the dinosaur
you
game.
gotta come over here. You can have the controller, but I just want
This experience this game.
I think it's like Fortnite though, so it's like online multiplayer.
Oh, it is?
I think so. I could be wrong, but I thought it was.
I thought it was the story. I thought we were going to fucking grump it, and you were going to play, and I'm going to just do
I'll
commentary.
grump it, but we can. I got compared to fucking.
Oh yeah, it's another story right there.
Bullshit. Anyway, but I played Fortnite, the new OG stuff. It kind of sucks.
My gamer tag has been playing that.
Yeah, you have.
So many hours.
I was talking to Trenton for a second. I was like, how you liking the new season? He's like, yo, we're getting so many victory royales. I'm level 100. So I'm like, I'm level 20 and I've played a decent bit. Jesus Christ.
I'm gonna go do some. Did he really?
I mean, he could be at
I mean, he did play for 3 days.
Yeah. To be fair, you just get like levels from playing and like maybe doing quests if you do that shit. I don't know if he has the battle pass or not.
I didn't pay for anything, so
we'll see what happens if Ant has the battle pass. Next episode, we'll talk about that.
Yeah, I don't fucking know.
Yeah. But
I just come down here, he's shooting stuff, I go back upstairs.
Yeah, it's fine. The thing that sucks about it is that they took out most of the vehicles, and the OG map from back in the day, what Fortnite was, there was no like sprint mechanic. It was just one speed, and it was just like a casual jog.
Yeah.
And jumping. That was it. That's in the game now where you can run, but it still feels like it takes a million years to get somewhere. They have golf carts, but they're slow as fucking terrible to drive. They have shopping carts, which are even worse to drive.
they made the fun stuff not fun
Yeah, and they also took out swimming completely.
for the whole game, or just
For the whole game currently, because there was no water back then where it was like deep enough to swim. So it's literally like this much water on the ground, and when you're running in it, you're super slow. So anytime you're in water, you are hindered and handicapped.
Why'd they take like fun stuff out of it?
Because it's OG Fortnite.
I mean, I get the premise, but
It's gone in a couple days though. So
OG should just be a mode.
I agree, but it might be honest. They might actually do that. To be honest with you.
I could see them doing that because it makes a lot of sense to do that.
Yeah, I think it's 2 days from now that we get all the like shit back. Like we get different loot pools, so better guns, and then we also get like vehicles back and shit. And they're doing this like time travel bullshit with like the lore of Fortnite, where this was like a time travel back to before the black hole. Remember that?
Yeah.
When Fortnite was down for like a week, and it was just like
remember
a
that.
single black hole in the middle of your screen and shit, and like little codes would
Like,
show up.
I didn't play. I just remember seeing it.
It was a big deal back then.
Yeah.
But like this is before that. So now they're trying to retell the story. Like we jump back in time, and the Seven, which are like the Avengers of Fortnite, they failed to make the black hole stop in the regular timeline. But now they know about the black hole, and we're back in time. So now they can stop it and save the map.
I see what they
So
did
now
there.
the original map will get variant into like an updated version soon, and they'll kind of like loop it in that way.
Gotcha.
But it's okay.
Right.
It's just hard to get around and shit. The movement sucks.
It's not what you've gotten used to.
Yeah, it's not fun.
And you want a game to be fun.
Yeah, obviously. But I think we're at the news.
We are at the news.
Now, this is what the news will look like for this episode, but maybe next episode it'll be completely
A
different.
little whimsical.
Maybe.
We'll see.
We'll see what happens.
We're doing shit on the fly
And not live anymore.
and not live, so it can
Really be on the fly.
True. Bumper. Welcome to the news, sponsored by
section.
us, by our merch.
buy the merch. Dude,
the
this
birch.
isn't our merch.
Buy the
but
birch
this
gear.
hat is our merch. But I got a hoodie coming in that was supposed to be here and it's not here, and I'm mad.
It works great if you wear shorts with it and you're a white boy
I mean, yeah,
in the
that's-
winter.
That's what white people don't get cold.
No, just
White-
we do, just not the lower portion.
White people. I said this to Adrian Tom. I was like, yo, white people and hoes don't get cold.
That's true. I like it cold. I prefer that shit.
Maybe you're just a white hoe.
I am Aaron Hansen.
True that. I don't know why he's a hoe, but he's a married man.
Bro, there was some shit that I didn't even... I guess we got to talk about that on Patreon, because that's not like a conversation for here.
It's not.
It's not. So, Alan Wake 2 was good.
Alan Wake 2, amazing reviews.
Yeah.
I mean, at this point...
I might play that game. Because I saw some clips of some shit, and apparently it's like weird. And
I saw
scary.
Alana Pierce playing it.
Yeah.
And there's like flashes of shit on the screen.
I saw
and
that
everything.
today, but there's like a musical number at one point that I saw, and I'm like, that is goofy and fun. Like I want to. That sounds like fun, but I'll wait till it's on sale for something. Maybe
Black
we'll do
Friday's
bitch made
coming.
in Christmas time.
Halloween at Christmas.
Yeah. That's a Blink-182 lyric.
It is?
Yeah, we'll have Halloween on Christmas.
Just cut that clip of that song out.
Yeah.
And we use it for promo. It's such a...
Perfect. It's a short enough clip to where we can't get dinged for it.
Yeah, you're not wrong. And Blink-182 is hot right now.
So hot.
New album and shit.
They have a new
Motherfucker.
album out?
Yeah, they got back together. The lead singer that left to be in Angels and Airwaves because he believed in aliens.
Alright.
He came back, and then they released a song. If you haven't seen the music video, you should go check it out. It's pretty good. It kind of looks like they're on like a green screen, but it's more like the bubble from The Mandalorian, like that situation where it's screens, and they're playing the song, and the background is changing to every single one of their music videos from the past, like
Oh,
sets.
that's dope.
It's
That's dope.
so fucking good. The song, okay, I'm not much of a Blink fan, but the visuals and like what they did, holy shit, very cool.
All right.
So Five Nights at Freddy's, what did you think, Ant?
From what I saw of Five Nights at Freddy's, reviews weren't that great. I think IGN gave it a 4. Yeah, it. You know what? It's not like a. If you go in not expecting supreme cinema, it's not bad. I know how it's cheesy and campy to the max, but I think it's supposed to be.
Yeah.
So that's why it didn't really like, I wasn't offended by it because I'm like, well, this is what I expect from this franchise in this movie. So going in like that, I was just like, after I saw what I saw, and I was just like, okay. Like I don't need to like watch it again or anything, but it's not like you'll watch it and be like,
Okay.
Yeah, that was what that was supposed to be.
All right. Yeah. I think I watched, what was the podcast called? Brain something. Brain. I don't know. It's Jacksepticeye and what's his name from Markiplier, Unis Honest, what's Crank Gameplays.
Okay, I've heard of
He's
him.
a guy who talks like this.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
All right,
that guy. It's, they have their own podcast, and they talked about it. And their biggest thing was that, like, you wouldn't be able to tell this is a video game movie because all the stuff about, like, the game and, like, what you do in the game is non-existent in the movie.
It's existent.
For, like, a second,
Yeah,
right?
in the beginning, like
But,
when
like-
he's learning about his job.
Yeah, but then he never
But
does the
they
job.
don't do the thing because me and Adrian were watching it, and I was like, well, this game is really just about spinning plates.
Yeah.
Like it's balancing act. You got to check this, watch this, move this, open the door, close the door. It's a whole bunch of, you're just spinning a bunch of plates.
Yeah, for sure.
But of course, if you wanted to make that a movie, that would be a shitty movie.
They could do it well. It's just that it's much harder to do, most likely.
Much harder to do. They had to add a lot of things to it to make it a movie. Like they had to give it a heart. They had to make it. This guy had to have motivation to be doing this thing.
I guess.
So they add those little things in there, but
I heard what's his name's only in it for like a minute. Shaggy.
Yeah, he's in the beginning.
Matthew
He's
Lillard.
pretty much just giving you your job.
Yeah. He like there's clips of him. He goes to like cons and shit and he'll do like meet and greets, and for like the past year all you would see were clips of him like, hey, are you gonna go see Five Nights at Freddy's when it comes out? And he's like uber promoting it to every person at his booth.
Of course he is.
And then he posted a video, I think it was like a week ago. He's like, thank you guys so much for seeing Five Nights. I can't say the movie because the strikes are still going, and I don't really know how strikes go. And I'm like, man,
Just say
if
what
you
you
want to
wanna
promote the movie and be a scab, be a scab. Do
Just
it.
do
Yeah. Like, I don't care Personally, if you're gonna do that, just do it. It's not a good movie. It's fine. We can move on.
As someone who as an actor who I don't see that often anymore, I get it because he's probably like, I want to get other opportunities, but I don't want to say the wrong thing. Yeah. I get it, but I'm like, also like, dude, like, just don't say anything. Yeah, or
like, it got shitty reviews. Like, right? Why are you saying thank you for seeing it? It got shitty reviews.
If you go in knowing that they had to build a movie around this game, and the actual mechanics, you're not mad at it because they got to do what they got to do to make it a movie. But like, there are times in that movie where you're like, oh shit, it's the thing. Yeah. Oh, he did the thing.
Like the Mario movie.
Yeah, but that's a little bit easier to do because it's like they built the game had a world.
So does Five Nights at Freddy's, sadly.
Yeah, it has lore like a motherfucker.
Yeah. Liberty Chica. I don't know what that is, but I saw a toy of it next to a Squirtle.
I don't know any of that shit either, but like you'll see like what's the little balloon boy and everything.
Oh, what the fuck that is.
You ever watch like the game theory videos on
Did you see the post that I sent you though about that with game theory?
Is it on TikTok?
It might have been, but it was like, it would have been a better ending of the movie as it was ending, it zoomed out and it was Matt Pat from Game Theory. He's like, I don't know what that was, but I've got a theory. And that was the end of the movie.
He's in the movie.
Yeah.
And I didn't know he was in the movie. So like when he pops up, when they show him, and I'm like, oh shit, it's Matt Pat. Yeah. And of course Adrian's like, who? I was like, just never mind. But
they were supposed to have Markiplier too, but apparently he had like a scheduling conflict with them. And I'm like, as the Five Nights at Freddy's movie staff, you move your schedule around to have Markiplier, the man who blew your fucking game up, in your movie.
That's why I was happy to see Matt Pat, because I was like, I know the bit I know about that game because of the game theory. I was watching, he had me, I never played the game, but his videos had me like, so what else?
All right. Maybe I'll have to check those out. I've never seen them.
Because he went deep. And that shit got crazy. Him and Gerard the Completionist.
Oh, I love
that. I watched his completionist video on it.
Dude, I saw, what was the video I think it was Mario Wonder I watched that he posted. And I forgot about his intro where he has himself beardless. And I was like, my dude, people look different without beards.
Yes, they do.
Like, I'm like, I shaved my face like maybe 2 months ago. And I saw the way I looked and I'm like, we always keeping a little bit.
Before I was bald, before I shaved my head, I only had a goatee. That's all I had. I had a goatee.
All I can grow, sadly.
No, you got it. I see it coming in. You got it.
It's not good. It's real patchy.
Mine ain't good. Mine doesn't. This is not about facial hair.
Gaming news.
But I had my hair in a goatee, and that was it. And it worked. It didn't work out for my head. But when I shaved my head and just had this, I'll just like. I had to grow in all of this because I was like, just because one of my friends saw the picture, he just was like, he texted me back as I texted him a picture of it. He's like, "There's so much skin on your face." I was like, "Well, yeah, everybody's face has skin." Like, no. Now that there's no hair on your head, he's like, he just texted me back the word. He was just like, "Yo, man, ... flesh. There's so much of it." I was like, okay, noted. I will grow some facial hair out.
You look like the surprise motherfucker guy.
I did. I looked like a fucking emoji. This shit was nuts.
I look like a fucking emoji is the podcast title. Looking like an emoji.
I look like an emoji. But yeah, go watch that movie. I don't think it's not terrible. I just think you have to know what you're signing up for. And if you know what you're signing up for, it's fine.
All right.
It's a fine movie. You'll watch it, be like, all right, that was what it was, and then you'll move on with your day.
Hell yeah. Next up in the news, Insomniac came forward talking about a little bit of Wolverine.
Oh, yeah.
Nothing super crazy, but one of the main things that was asked of them, and they finally have confirmed, which I think they said wasn't a thing before, right?
They did?
I thought it was like not confirmed back in the day, and people were like, it's not going to be the same, but Spider-Man and Wolverine are going to be in the same universe, and apparently it is universe 1048 for all you comic nerds, because all the universes have like a number associated with them. So maybe they did that in the most recent Spider-Verse movie with Insomniac. That scene. You know how they have like the little bubbles?
Yeah.
I don't know if it said the world they were from too. I could be wrong, but I think it might have. Like from Earth, blah blah blah. You know what I mean?
I'm trying to remember. I just watched it recent, like last week.
I gotta watch it again. It just came streaming, right?
Yeah, that's why. Because Adrian didn't see it, and so she turned it on, and it's the best animated movie of all time, best Spider-Man movie of all time.
True.
She turned it on. It was one of those things where like, I'm all right, I'll watch it real quick. 'Cause I was working, and I'm there,
And then you weren't
and
working.
then I'm sitting down. And then I laid on like the bed a little bit, and I saw the credits roll. I watched that because I can't walk away from that movie.
It's too good. It's same thing with first movie. Fucking
Yeah,
love them. But yeah, Wolverine will be in the same universe as Spider-Man. I don't know if that means that we're gonna get any sort of like
crossover
cameos or crossovers or anything like that.
I would hope not. Honestly, like at least not immediately. Like I don't want this Wolverine game to come out and all of a sudden Spider-Man swinging through.
Yeah.
Like no. Give Wolverine like his moment, and then maybe the sequel to that or the next or Spider-Man 3. You roll all that shit in there.
I do hope there is a couple X-Men in the game though. Like I hope that like there's a part of me that hopes the story is like something more like the X-Men have disbanded for some sort of reason, and they're just like all across the globe somewhere, and it's like a get the band back together type situation where
That'd be dope.
Wolverine's the traveling guy who goes around and gets everyone to come back. And I want Nightcrawler so bad because he's the coolest fucking X-Men ever.
Nightcrawler has been heavily underutilized in the last couple iterations.
I want a comic accurate Nightcrawler, dude. I want like the fucking flared out shoulder pads and the fucking cutlass that he uses for no reason. And then he goes in his tail sometimes too.
Well, they're about to X-Men 90. What was it?
97.
97 is about to drop.
He's
right?
not in it.
He's not.
No, he wasn't a part of the original cartoon either.
Oh, that's right. He wasn't.
Yeah.
He wasn't. You're right. I'm
They
thinking
might
of.
make him in the show.
I'm thinking of the arcade game. Yeah, he wasn't in that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
They put a
underutilized
toy
like a
line out of
motherfucker.
that. They're good. Dude, Bishop looks cool as shit. He's got a short haircut now instead of
Yeah.
like the long locks. And it's like a nice tight, like flat top almost and shit.
Oh,
he
man.
looks badass.
When does that come out?
I don't soon enough because the toys just made their way out. So
Yeah.
I would assume
I'm
pretty
assuming it's
soon.
next year.
But it looks if the toys are anything to say what it's gonna be, they look good. And I like the redesigns that they chose to do. It's fucking cool.
Nice.
What we got next?
Next up, Microsoft will no longer allow unauthorized third-party accessories to be used with its Xbox console. According to sources, Microsoft plans to expand its program for approved third-party wireless Xbox controllers. I don't think that's a good idea. I think I can't say that. I'm sure they have a good reason as to why they would like to do this, and they said they're going to have approved controllers. So I'm assuming that's going to be a pretty wide, long list of approved things since it's Microsoft based. So maybe I'll retract my statement until I see exactly like the breadth of how many things are approved for that. I was about to say it's not a good idea because of what Microsoft stands for and how they're just an open, hey,
It is very weird that they're doing this.
how you want to play, come play. Because with Xbox, not only could you put they could get an 8-bit controller and just like rock out, but you could use Xbox controllers on like anything.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Maybe.
I got that one. Right there. I got that one right there. That's what I bought.
Yeah.
I don't even own an Xbox, but I got that controller.
That's what I'm saying. It's just such a great third party, not third party, a first party controller that works on anything.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like I said, I'll hold back until I see exactly how long their approved third party controller list is.
I am interested to see how many they allow. And I'm also curious to see if they allow, like, because I think you can. I could be wrong. You can use DualShock, right? On a Xbox. I think with USB-C.
I want to say yes.
I think you
I
can.
never attempted it, and I don't remember seeing it.
I could be wrong, but I think you can. And the same thing with, like, the Pro controller. I think you can use them because, like, they're the same.
The layout
and
is the
shit.
same, yeah.
So I think that I'm right. Could be wrong. We'll talk about it next week.
Yeah.
And we'll see if I was wrong. I don't have an Xbox to test it with, but here we are.
I guess I could just test it.
Nah, fuck that shit. Damn it, I keep putting my hand over the screen.
We'll get it together.
The next news that we do it's gonna be so different. It's gonna be so fucking different. Anyway, next up in the news, Bungie, being yet another one of the game companies that has taken another loss of employees by laying off 8% of staff on Monday. It was around 100 people. And they were, 2 weeks ago, staff were told that they were projected to miss revenue targets by 45%. And employees were galvanized to get things on track, then came to surprise layoffs. So they were literally forced to work more because they were going to make less. Revenue targets are going to be lower by 45%. So they're like, you know what? Let's work harder, guys. And then after they probably worked harder to try to, alleviate that 45, they fired everybody.
Yeah, that means they had a meeting, said, hey, we're going to have to really push it to get blah, 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 blah. Left the meeting, was like, you know what, let's just fire them. And it came back and just was like,
let's just let them do the thing and then fire them afterwards. Because if they do it, then we just get money. And then they did the job correctly and they're gone. We get more money. And if they failed, then we can just fire them.
And which is why I added that tweet to the bottom of that.
Force employees to use greedy microtransaction business models. Destiny 2 players don't support it. Bungie execs must be the employees' fault.
What is happening in the industry?
Dude, it is crazy in the year 2023 that we are having so many layoffs in all of these like big gaming companies. And like, I don't think they've been more successful than they have been this year. Like, everyone's hitting.
Everyone.
Minus Call of Duty, the campaign. But that's beside the point. But like,
it's going to get a 10 in 2 days when that
fucking multiplayer drops.
Honestly, I doubt it.
It'd be crazy if it did.
It was fine. Oh, that's another thing I played. Fuck, the finals. Shit.
The finals.
Yeah, it's a new game, first person shooter that I.
Oh wait, I think we talked about this, or you showed me something about this.
Yeah, I sent you like a link of it because it's fucking cool. The beta's done now, so I guess I'll just say that it's a good beta, and when the game comes out, I'm probably buying it. Mm-hmm. But it's a 3-team game, so it's like you have 3 teams total of 3. Mm-hmm. And the objective is there's like a money cache that you have to take and bring somewhere to cash in for your team and protect it while it's cashing in the whole time.
Okay.
While it's cashing in, other teams can come in and steal it. If all 3 of your teammates get wiped, you have to wait a full 30 seconds before you come back. You can revive your teammates. You can wait to respawn, blah, 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 all that bullshit. Fucking so much fun. It's open world, insane, like, traversal. You get grappling hook if you use the light class. You get a bounce pad if you have the medium class so you can get to the high ground and shit.
That sounds fun.
And the entire environment is destructible.
See, I like destructible environment.
So, like, there'll be like buildings, and I think they're AI generated. Like that was kind of like a sticking point that people weren't a big fan of. So they're using AI for like the construction of like the maps and shit. And it'll be like an empty ass building, but it's a building. And say it's on like the 6th floor, like this cash-in area.
Yeah.
Around the map, there's like random bottles and shit. Like one will be like, it's called goo, and it makes like a wall in front of you when you throw it. And it's like a little propane can. And then there's a propane can that's an explosive, and when you pick it up with the force and throw it, it launches it into the building.
Yeah.
And you can topple the entire building and the cash thing so that it falls out of the building.
Right. I'm sold.
Yeah.
I want to play this game.
It's fast, and guess what, Ant? Frenetic.
Well, now I gotta play it. You said the thing.
Yeah, it's very good. It was very fun. There was microtransactions and a battle pass too, but like
someone can use that for anything to me. Like you gotta come to this
dude,
horrible
Baldur's
thing.
Gate,
It's frenetic.
So frenetic.
Like, damn it! I'm legally bound to play it now.
Ironically, Cyberpunk 2077 very frenetic if you build it that way.
Well, true.
So there's that. But yeah, man, it was fun. What's next in the news though? Because I feel like we're forgetting about talking about stuff just because we're in person now.
Yeah,
and
it's much better energy in person.
Yeah, like, we're just like, let's just talk about random bullshit. This is a Patreon episode.
Patreons are gonna be lit. Lies of P sequel confirmed. Game director teases DLC. I think you told me this because
I sent you the clip.
You sent me the ending. Yeah. So yeah. People who love Lies of P, shout out to CLD. He's our biggest Lies of Peer out here.
Lies of Peer.
He's a Lies of Peer. People are loving it, and sequel confirmed.
It's pretty cool with what they're trying to do with it. If you don't plan on playing it, I recommend watching the post-credit scene just to see what they're doing. because it's pretty cool. I kind of like the direction they're going with. I don't think I'll ever play the games just because I know I'm not good at them. Mm-hmm. But I can like from afar be like, that's cool.
You can appreciate it.
Yeah, and just look at that and walk away.
Yeah.
That's where I'm at.
Word.
But yeah.
You want to explain this Overwatch character?
Oh yeah, Overwatch 2 announced at BlizzCon, I think it was, or maybe it was like an Overwatch League thing. I can't remember. The new hero Mauga, who has been apparently in Overwatch lore, and we've known of this character for like 4 or 5 years, because he was not necessarily debuted, but like like comic shit, like in game sometimes. He was in the comic shit when Baptiste came out, which was like so long ago. That healer has been out for a while. But yeah, he's a big dude with 2 giant guns, cool mobility. I haven't played at all Overwatch in the past like month or so. Apparently he's in the game right now, so I could go play him if I wanted to, but none of my friends want to play Overwatch. So here we are.
All alone.
Yeah. But he's very much a giant Samoan man that looks like
looks very much
Maui.
like the source material.
Yeah. It is funny because it was like there's a part of me that's like maybe Blizzard did it first, but it's just a giant Samoan man. It's not even like it's that crazy of a difference. I mean,
but I could definitely see.
Yeah, there's a lot of
you
similarities.
would think that.
Yeah, for sure. There's also a part of me that's like in my head canon, I know for a fact that Blizzard wanted The Rock to be the voice actor for it. That's my head canon.
That would be hilarious, though.
Yeah, they wanted that so bad, I can tell, but they just got some other person who.
Imagine if they tried that. I imagine the atomic bomb that Disney would drop.
I really
on Overwatch.
There's a part of me that's like, I gotta go check out his items that you can get because everyone has like a bunch of voice lines and shit. There needs to be at least one that just says "You're welcome." And if there isn't, Blizzard, just cancel yourselves again.
They're gonna put that character out, and they're gonna close up for the night. And right on, as soon as they put it out, there's gonna be a knock on Blizzard door, like,
"Where's the thing?"
We have a problem. I think you need to explain yourself.
It'll pop your kneecaps.
Right. Come out with your motherfucking hands up. He said, "Fuck you."
And then Donald just randomly heals some guy walking by. Goddamn. Next up in the news. Fucking. This game's never coming out.
What do you mean?
Skull and Bones.
Oh, I didn't think that's what you were getting at. That's not the next
right?
thing.
Is
No.
it? Oh.
Insomniac Games has confirmed that Miles Morales will be the main Spider-Man of their universe moving forward. I think if you completed that game, you knew that.
Yeah.
They probably didn't have to tell us that, but I understand why they did. I get it.
I mean, to be fair, them saying that is a spoiler.
It really is, but I guess they have assumed everyone's you. And they're like, you had enough time. The game's not that long.
Yeah. Dude, it's crazy how short that game is and how perfect it is at the same time.
This is what I've been saying. Games don't have to be 83 hours long to be good. You don't have to make Last of Us to be good.
Yeah.
It can be a good... Because if you don't try to complete a whole bunch of shit, this game could be, 20 hours? If you really just went straight.
If you just did straight story, yeah, it's pretty much that quick.
But it's so good. It's like it does exactly what it needs to do, and it doesn't outstay its welcome.
For sure.
And it doesn't seem like it's too short, but at the same time, it doesn't feel long.
It feels like they saw what Miles was, and like they were like, "This is a shorter game." I mean, Miles was shorter by like a decent bit.
Yeah, that was in like the teens.
Yeah, but like even that game felt great.
Yeah,
like I had no problem with paying full price for a game that I know is like an in-between, like the Lion King 1.5 straight to DVD type shit. But like it was phenomenal, and it gave us more Miles. It gave him better fucking depth and shit. Yeah. And then this game, you're just like, oh cool, Miles is all I want to play. I don't want this fucking stupid nerdy white guy. Fuck him out of here.
They definitely. I didn't notice it. I think halfway through the game, I was like, oh, they're really positioning Miles. Like,
oh yeah,
because there becomes it's like
spoilers maybe.
No spoilers. Kind of.
It is, because the story is a spoiler.
Yeah, like I feel like a switch happens where, I mean, if you preferred Miles, he was cool regardless. They both can do their thing, but in that game, eventually Miles just becomes like you want to be him. You don't want to be the other Spider-Man.
Also, I'm so mad that people don't like his new suit.
Yeah, it's been getting a lot of hate. I didn't.
Yeah,
even
people
expect
hate
that.
it because it's a marketing thing, and like Adidas released merch of it, and I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I'm not gonna buy it. It was a cool suit.
Just good to see.
Like, you see the meme they put out of it with how Peter responds to his suit?
No, I didn't know that.
I mean, it's in the game where he's where they show him
I need to put some Miles Flair on it.
Yeah, the original black and red suit. And he's like, man, that suit, I can't get over that suit.
but his reaction to the suit in this game, he's just like, gotta do my own thing, you know? And Peter's just like, it looks good. His hand does this. If I find it, I'll send it to you. But
It is good though, man.
But he only responded like that due to what was happening in the game at that moment.
I feel
But they did it side by side because it looked like Peter is just like, the fuck.
I will say
up with
it's
that
funny
suit.
because I know for a fact CLD hates it because I remember the day I platinumed it was when he was getting to that part with the new suit, and he's like live tweeting me, but in Instagram messages, and he's like, "Yo, what the fuck is this ugly ass suit?" And I'm like, "You can't be talking about that one, right?" And then he says, "This blue," and I'm like, "Fuck, man, I love that suit." No,
In my dreams.
like, you're hurting me. But I was like, God, man, I love it. And then the stupid bullshit, fucking, his hair's out the top of his head. That makes it easier to figure out who he is. I'm like,
Yep, because he's the only one in the world with that hairstyle.
first of all, it's New York. Like, the population isn't just one black kid with
Whole
with
lot of black
swag.
people in New York. I don't know if people know that.
There's not just the one guy with exaggerated swag.
Yeah, true.
It's just him.
New York's kind of known for that, especially if you go to the boroughs and stuff.
I was so mad about that. I'm like, and then
I will say, it is funny though if you think about it in terms of like kind of the meme that they did in Spider-Verse where they show the hair and somebody's like, Spider-Man's black. Like if they didn't know he was black, that's a giveaway now.
I guess, but like, and then the one that was funny for me was, and CLD brought this up, and it's not, I don't think this is a bad thing, but one of the missions, you get a suit that has, I forget what flag it is, but it's, I think Dominican or Puerto Rican, I can't remember. They had to fix it.
Yeah, they had to fix the flag.
Yeah, whichever one it is now, it wasn't.
Yeah.
But like, I think CLD brought it, was like, how the hell did they know that he's that race as students from Brooklyn's Visions? And I'm like, while that is a great point, in theory, his girlfriend could have been like, hey, use these colors to them, because she's the one that's communicating to them so that you do those missions when you get that suit. So there's that kind of. But also, why would she tell them that? You know?
Yeah.
It's
Questions that need answers or don't.
Listen, there's a Wolverine suit in the fucking game.
True.
Nothing
and a Black
is-
Panther suit.
Yeah, that's awesome. That
It
was
is.
my suit most of the game.
That's a good suit.
Yeah, and then have you gone to the Wakandan embassy yet?
Yeah, and he does the thing. Yeah, I've done that.
Yeah, he does the thing.
He does the thing.
You know Venom can do the thing too. You can glitch your game and do it.
You saw that? But they was like, how come Peter can't?
Yeah, that's what my brain was like. Why wouldn't they make Peter do something? Not like the Wakanda Forever like arm gesture, because I don't think it's tone deaf per se. But
I don't think they could do that. I don't think this is a
I don't think so either.
Obviously, you only see the black people but it's a Black Panther. It's the movie. Obviously, those are the only people doing it. But I never looked at that as like only they can do this thing.
This is our gesture,
Right.
Like that's not what it is.
Don't
but,
make
like,
a cross with your arms.
there was a part of me that's like, why don't you just make him say something, like just like a voice line or something, like, or like, I don't know, like he puts his hand on the building, something simple,
Something.
and then I don't know, he does do something somewhere. I forget. I think at the Stan Lee one, he might do something at the statue of Stan. Peter does. I could be wrong, but either way. I am mad at myself because I wish that I did the baseball trophy as the final trophy. So make sure you leave that last.
All right.
Because when you pop the platinum on PS5, it saves your gameplay video for each trophy, obviously. So for that one, you It's a
Run the
stupid trope.
bases.
You just run the bases.
Yeah.
So you run
I
the
saw
bases
somebody do it
and you
on
get the
Twitter.
platinum. And I'm like, that would have been so much better. That's like a nice ending of the game. Like, I've platinumed this.
My home run.
My home run. It's over. And I was so mad at myself. I'm like, fuck, I'm an
Hey,
idiot.
you don't know what you don't know. You know that going in.
I just needed to be like 2 days late so that I would see the clip on Twitter.
True.
Can't go back, sadly. But yeah, man. Next up, Skull and Bones isn't coming out.
We don't. It's like, even if it was coming out now, like, hey, we got a date. I'd be like, so.
I don't want to play it in the first place, to be honest with you, because it doesn't look fun. It looks like serious pirate game, if that makes sense. And if I want to play a pirate game, I know what I'm playing. I'm playing Sea of Thieves. Because that one, it's cartoony, it's fun, and it's not bad. Like, I've played it before. I know it's not bad. This has been delayed so many times.
Listen, outside of Assassin's Creed, maybe, Ubisoft is the company that makes B games. They make like these B minus games. Huh?
What?
What?
It's all good.
What?
That's a little bit for editor Chris later to figure out.
I'm watching this episode.
Yeah. See, that's the good part. Is there's gonna be so much stuff on that screen that you don't know about until later. You gotta watch again.
Right. They make like B minus games. Like they make satisfactory games. Like none of their games are all like holy shit unless it's like an Assassin's Creed game.
Even those aren't even.
Yeah, but they get like the most praise. Sure. Do you understand? Like, Skull and Bones have to come out and get straight 10s for it to be, because it's been delayed so much that by the time it drops, I mean, it better be flawless now. Like, what did you do all these delays for?
That's what I'm more so curious about. Like, why are all these delays happening? Because here's the thing: I don't give a fuck if you got to delay your game. Keep doing it. If you need time, Cyberpunk did it. I don't care. Like, nothing is worse than the Cyberpunk one, in my opinion. Mm-hmm. You can't beat that.
True.
They're trying. They're Ubisoft's like, yo, CD Projekt Red, we're gonna take the title away from you pretty soon.
We're gonna delay and delay.
Dude, the first day that game is actually live, wait until their Twitter posts like some apology thing of how bad and glitchy it is. But instead of being like the Cyberpunk yellow apology, it's like a map. And it looks like it's got like burnt edges and shit.
Yeah, and they got this, but it has this modern
like,
text going down the middle of it.
Too much money to somebody on like Fiverr to make that for them.
Make us a map apology.
Yeah, we need a graphic designer to look like a cool little pirate map that says "We're sorry" on top of it.
Our matey, we forgot to add some doubloons to the booty. You understand?
Meanwhile, ships are exploding casually on online play. Can't play it at all.
Oh, well.
That's just the way it be, though. But they are also, the reason that they are delaying it wasn't like specifically said, but it is an upcoming large game as well is being delayed with it. I
wonder what that is.
But they haven't given any information on what that large game would be.
But then what? Like, didn't say that. The play here is it been like, we have a large game in the works, but we're going to delay a little bit because we don't want to give up too much now, but we're working on it. I wouldn't have even mentioned Skull and Bones because it's not in the consciousness of the gaming community right now. We're not even thinking about that game until you bring it up. So play would have been just, hey, we're delaying this large game we got, but stay tuned. We'll have more to say about it later.
Either that or just, in my opinion, when you delay a game, just say that it's delayed indefinitely. Not saying that it will never be finished, but just like, this game is delayed. We will let you know more when we know. We're not giving you a date when it's delayed to. It is just delayed.
It's just delayed.
That would make so much more sense to me, and I don't understand why companies feel like they need to put out that release. Obviously, it's the higher-ups being like, get it out, we need money. Blah,
build
blah.
hype, get money,
If you think with your brain for a millisecond, that's dumb, you know? So just tell us that it's delayed until it's not delayed. That's all you gotta say.
I'm with you on that.
And then that way, nobody's thinking about it, which is it sucks because, you want people to be
want the
excited
hype.
for your game.
Yeah.
But, like, as long as they're not thinking about it in a bad way where you keep constantly saying that you're delaying it, now I have a bad connotation. What's wrong with this game? What's going to happen when it comes out? But
Like Pal World. They ain't saying shit.
to be fair, though, they haven't really given much of anything as far as
They
release
just
or
keep
anything.
showing us the same trailer
They
every
just keep
4
showing
months.
us wild fucking shit.
Every season there's a new trailer for that game.
I'm fine with it,
And it's just
though.
like, all right.
If I listen, I don't care if we get to the year 2030, as long as I get to see Jeff Keighley react to the fucking Pal World updates
Again.
every fucking
Every
Game Awards,
year.
I'm fine.
Every year, just like, how else coming?
And he's just like, I don't know what I'm showing. This is a war crime.
They just open it with that now. Every Game Awards, he
Yeah.
just looks dead in the camera and just like,
You already know what we're showing.
Yeah.
but
We have
every
another trailer. This time there's even more sweatshops.
but every time they show it, it says world premiere, but it's never a world premiere. We've seen it for the last 6 years, like world premiere.
It's about right. Man, that game's gonna be fun when it comes out. It's gonna be horrendous, I think. Like a bad good.
It's gonna hurt so good.
Like Cyberpunk.
Exactly.
Phantom Liberty. What do we got next up in the news?
Yes. There is a rumor going around that an Ocarina of Time remake to be announced soon. Now, I put the happy crying emoji reaction to this because just like how they're like with Mario Kart and Smash Bros, like what could they do next? They have the ultimate versions of these games. Where Zelda, people like these last 2 Zelda games, after especially Breath of the Wild, was like, okay, you've taken Zelda to this like this level it's never been at. Perfect scores. How did you go on from that? You made a sequel, of course. Every mainline one gets kind of like a sequel that's in the same style. But now we've reached the end of that, so it's like, what the hell do you do with Zelda? How do you top that now? And to do this, I'm not sure if this is going to be like the next mainline thing where it's just a complete remake from the ground up, like Final Fantasy VII Remake. But if it is, if they make Ocarina of Time remake, but it's open like Breath of the Wild, but it's this universe, you got me. Just tell me where to put. Here, take it all.
They
Take
already got
all
your
my
card,
money.
you know that.
They do. Because Ocarina of Time, for a while, people were hailing that as like, this is one of the greatest games of all time. They still do.
Yeah. That's the one
Especially
where you
as
can
far
play
as
the flute, right?
yeah, that's like the classic. My favorite one was always the Super Nintendo one, but this one definitely was a moment because I remember when this came out and it was a huge deal. So if they're going to remake this, I think if they're going to do it, now's the time. I also think it has to be remade from the ground up. It can't just be, don't just polish it up and be like, hey,
that'd be weird.
Remaster. Like, no, you did that. Because people were pissed when they came out with the Mario 3D All Stars, and everybody thought we were going to get a ground up remake to Mario 64, and it was just
Mario 64
HD ROM Mario 64, and it was just like, oh,
I can just download this online.
yeah, this is nothing new. So
I remember I bought that game. I don't think I've ever played it.
I played it once. I don't know.
There was like something about that. Was it like they weren't selling it in stores anymore or some bullshit?
Yeah, they got me with that marketing.
That's what it got me too. I bought it for
Yeah.
that reason. I never played it.
I bought it twice.
I did play it. I was on the main menu of Mario 64 and I goofed his face around and then I turned it off.
That's what you do.
That's all I did.
I bought it physical and digital just to have like the physical version, but also I don't want to have to look
That's
for
some
that.
extreme FOMO right there.
I bought it. It was 2 reasons. Trent wanted to play it, so I needed a physical version because I wasn't buying it digitally on his. But I had already bought it, but it wouldn't have gotten to me. It got delayed or something, so I just bought it. I don't know. I forgot. We have 2.
You gave Nintendo $120
$120
for the same game.
I did.
One where you can hold it and the other where you're never going to be able to see it.
You know what else I bought twice?
the Turtles, right?
Well, yeah, but that's not what I was getting. That's different. I bought that
That's
twice.
just another one to add to the list.
Yeah, I bought that twice because I wanted the special edition with all the shit.
That moment when you're like, you know what else I did? And then I bring up a correct answer that is not the answer.
What am I doing? The games I did, and I don't play shit. So okay, so
I'm clipping all of that, man. This is fucking phenomenal. It's ending right where you just said, I don't play shit.
But the Turtles one is because the digital version, they only the deluxe version didn't come out till after, months later.
I know,
with all the special shit, and I can't not get all the Ninja Turtle stuff.
I mean, I can. I mean,
I think there's still.
It's right there.
Right here. Both of them. The Cowabunga Collection and Shredder's Revenge. I have them. I have both of those games 2 times.
Not only did I bring up the correct answer that wasn't the right answer,
I still haven't seen what the game is.
It was right behind you the whole show.
This is why it's better in person.
I'm like tearing up because of how funny this is.
What was the game I was actually going to say?
I don't know.
Oh. I got Sonic Frontiers again, but wait. A game I played twice. I played it once just to test it out, and then I streamed it that one time.
And then you bought it again.
I bought it again on Steam Deck because I was like, I'm never going to get down there to sit in front of it, so maybe if I have it portably, I'll play it. But as soon as I bought that, Spider-Man. No. I was already in the middle of Sea of Stars and Zelda, and then Spider-Man, and now Mario Wonder, and now Mario. I'm never gonna go.
So I'm gonna ask you a question then.
And I haven't beaten Zelda yet.
Did you even open it on your Steam Deck?
I installed it.
I didn't turn it. I didn't start it. I just installed it on there. Well, yeah, I bought that twice. But I bought it for full price when I got it on Xbox. It was on sale when I bought it on Steam Deck. So
how much was it on sale for?
It was like $30.
All right, so
it was half price.
So $90.
I spent $90 on a game I've played 2 times. Neither one of those times were on the Steam Deck that I bought it for.
You have gotten maybe less than an hour into each one.
Oh yeah, for way.
Except for Turtles, you beat the fuck out of Turtles.
Yeah.
At least that one makes sense. Like, you beat the shit out of Turtles. That one, I feel like
that
while that
collector's
was
thing for
that
me.
one is a little bit more of like just like a haha funny, like haha. But like the other two are like, okay, come on, bud, come on, bud.
I really want to play Sonic Frontiers. Like, I want to play that game.
You don't have to buy it twice to do that.
But I feel like I'd be more inclined to play it if I had it handheld and not. And I know I can stream my Xbox to my Steam Deck, but I don't want to do that either because that's like hoops. I don't want to have to jump through the hoops to do that and remap the buttons. And I just want it. Boom! I'm pressing it. I'm playing it.
This is an intervention, man.
Listen, man.
We all love you. We need to talk. It's fine. I have no room to talk. I've spent hundreds on Fortnite. It's fine. To be fair.
Yeah, but you're playing your video games.
True, but I've spent hundreds on skins that I don't use. Just to have them.
I'm going to play Sonic Frontiers. As soon as I beat Mario RPG and Mario Wonder and finish Sea of Stars and then go back to Zelda. And
it's hilarious. We did a Patreon episode where it was like the games that you should get to next. That list is null and void already, and it's been 2 months.
Yeah, I know.
It's crazy.
And then in January, that cool Prince of Persia side scroller comes out. Well, I want to play that.
That one's a must play. Yeah. Fuck.
And then I think I should be good. No, because right after that, I think Final Fantasy VII sequel to Final Fantasy VII remake comes out.
Are you going to play that or no?
I played the first one until.
Well, you technically did. You didn't finish it. That's why I'm curious.
Yeah, because that's not my fault.
I didn't say it was your fault. I agree that you got fucked over. You did.
So I just went on. I just watched.
Oh, you watched it. Okay,
I watched the end.
I forgot if you watched or not. That's why I was like, "Are you gonna replay?"
Which I think I did say this before, but I was so mad because when I watched the end, like I'm going through one of the games done quick things, and where the end was, I was just like,
"You were there."
I was right.
Yeah,
I was right there.
Shit. I wonder if there's like a cloud save you could have found, maybe.
I kept trying. I kept trying to look for the cloud save. I kept trying to transfer other save.
Damn.
It fucked me over.
That sucks.
But so I'll get the Sonic Frontiers next summer.
As long as you don't buy it a third time, I think.
I'm not going to buy it a third time, but I bought it a second time because they put out a new DLC and there was a new ending, and
Which shouldn't matter to me because I didn't get through half of the game.
Are you sure? Wait, so there's DLC. So you paid for DLC?
No, I'm sorry, it was an expansion. I didn't pay for the some DLC did come with it though, because it went on sale and then they gave you all this DLC.
So this is my
Steam.
follow-up question to see if you really have a problem. So your original copy of the game, did you buy the expansion or DLC with that when you got it, or did you buy it at all?
I think I did get like the $70 version of that game.
And then you also bought the DLC again when you got it on your Steam Deck when it was $30, but the DLC was probably a little bit more than the regular just base game, and you still did that.
Yeah, because I think if I just wanted the game straight up, it was like
$25, $22, something like that. I'm gonna play stuff at some point.
Look, as soon as Trenton goes to college, I'm gonna play some video games. Nah, I'm not gonna wait
As
that
soon
long.
as this boy that eats cold fish goes to college.
I'm gonna punch him in the face. We'll talk about that on Patreon too.
Oh god, that's gonna be so much fun, man. Holy shit.
This show is different in person.
It's
In a
better,
good way.
man.
It's
It's
a
so
better
much
show.
better. Oh man. Next up in the
Oh
news,
yeah, we're
right
talking
after
about
this,
stuff.
Doritos, the company that makes chips, released a crunch cancellation microphone filter. Doritos' new crunch cancellation software silences that horrible crunching sound gamers across the globe are all too familiar with, and it works pretty well apparently. So you mean any fucking microphone software?
Yeah, like what?
It's just Doritos branded, and it's exclusively noise cancellation. So it's not even like worth
You don't
it.
need that. That's some marketing for your ass right there.
Yeah.
Because
Me as an audio engineer, I'm just like, what?
Just
That's
change your noise
offensive.
gate. That's
Doritos, that is offensive to me.
yeah. They've offended you. But you know what's not offensive is this next story, which we will be making content most likely
yes,
of
we have to. I'll
Take it
buy
away.
the game, but
once.
yes, one time. I got that game twice too.
But it was on PlayStation. It was a part of PS Plus 1 month.
Well, that doesn't count.
That doesn't count.
Okay.
Because I
I
also
was gonna say you really bought that twice.
I bought that for Trenton on his Switch. So I bought it for him, and then it went on PlayStation.
You bought the physical copy.
Yes.
So you. Okay.
I bought it physically on purpose so that if I wanted to play this,
I could also play it. Anyway, Nickelodeon All Star Brawl 2. The reviews came out and it got a 9 out of 10, surprising
Yeah, this was a shock.
everyone.
Especially in a world where Modern Warfare 3 Call of Duty is a 4.
Right. Ooh, that's weird.
It's pretty awkward.
Nickelodeon All Star Brawl 2 finally lives up to its name, standing as an all-star platform fighter. Not only is it a fantastic sequel that takes criticisms of the first game to heart and sends them to the blast zone, it expands way beyond those adjustments.
What the fuck does take them to the blast zone mean?
Well, you know when you die in Smash Brothers and
That's what they call
That's
it?
the blast zone. When you're outside the radius of the screen and you die.
Is this like a common term? Or am I like late to the party? What's the situation?
I've heard the term before. I don't know if it's like the term.
Okay, so they were just using some fucking thesaurus.com bullshit.
They were just But
Alright. I'm excited to play this, but I'm very curious. Like, I don't understand why they made a 2 still. You know what I mean? Like,
I kind of do.
because the first one was, well, no, it wasn't live service. What was live? Multiverses was live service. But then that
Damn,
shut
remember that.
down, and it hasn't come back since.
Damn.
I think they're still making it, though. Like, that
Are
was...
they? I haven't heard anything about
I think
that.
when we played and that shit was going on, that was like early access type shit, or like beta, or even an alpha. In
That was
theory.
fun.
And it was a fun time. The 2v2 shit was fucking slick online. I was
Yeah.
surprised by how their servers handled it. But like, I don't understand doing a 2 this close to the first one. Even if it is better, it's just a weird choice. Because are they going to make
I
a third
understand
one?
it to the point that like the first one probably dropped the ball so much that it was like, we don't want to be even associated with the one. Let's just like completely pivot,
Yeah.
change. Or it could just be that the changes could be that drastic. We're going to make this game how it was supposed to be made.
I guess it's just weird in like a fighting game. I don't know why it's so weird to me, but like at least with like Mortal Kombat and Street Fighter, like it makes sense that the games are new. You know what I mean? Like because there's campaigns and there's story and like different characters in general. This like you got the different characters, but you have a couple repeat characters from the first game. So you're kind of just adding more and then just changing.
Well, it has a campaign and everything too.
Oh, it does.
Like it has a full-fleshed story.
The first one did too?
The first one was like arcade mode. It was a campaign, but you're just fighting.
So it wasn't like a real thing.
This
one's
one,
like
I told you I was watching people play it on YouTube, and there's actual story. There's actual like upgrading your character
and shit, too?
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Alright.
most of it is dialogue, but it's animated in front of you though.
I kind of like that.
I forgot who I was watching, but I'm watching. I'm like, this looks legit.
Well, we're definitely fucking playing that then. I tell you what. I don't care if we grump it or if we fucking both play.
If
We grump it, then that'll be great.
We'll come over here on the off week and just get footage of it.
Hell yeah. Speaking of a game that's coming that I'm excited for, some DLC, baby. Listen, man, you got to play Birds sometime with me once. Because I didn't think that we just call it Birds amongst the friend group. It's Wingspan. Wingspan's Oceania expansion is coming December 12th, I think is the date. I played the beta, or the open alpha, whatever the fuck it was. It was very fun. There's a very nice clip that I need to go get. There's a new food option. Like each bird that you play on your board requires like a worm or a wheat. It's a wheat, motherfucker. Or a hay.
Wheat.
I call it hay, even though it's wheat, whatever. Fish, rats, whatever, birds. They eat things. But they added a new food option in this one. It's called nectar. And it's like this little pink flower. And you can use it as any food option whatsoever. So, like, if your bird takes 3 rats, and you need to have 3 rats to play it, you can use 3 nectars. And when you use them, they go away. But at the end of each round, like round is 6 turns, I believe, going around in like your circle of the table.
Yeah.
They go away. Like you lose all of them. Like say you've been hoarding some nectar, like you're just getting food the entire game.
I'll say this fucking.
And you got like 12. So you got 12 nectar, even though that's kind of impossible. So you got that. Round end, they're gone. They just disappear. My dumbass, in one of our games that I played in the beta on stream, I took food on the last turn, and I had like the max food option, I'm pretty sure, if I remember correctly. So I got like 4 pieces of food, and I re-rolled the bird feeder, which is where you get it all from. So many nectars. I'm like, oh fuck.
I'm nice.
I'm gonna fucking play all these birds next turn. I grab exclusively nectar. I have like 6 round ends. All of it's gone. I have no food to play any of the birds. I was like, oh fuck, I ruined my game. I lost that shit so quick, but it's fun. It's a fun game. It takes a bit of time to learn. The tutorial to play it online is about an hour long, but it's mainly just because there's a lot of ins and outs. It's a card game, but it's one of my more favored card games because the music's nice and chill. Right. It's a nice relaxing time.
I'll have to go through a little tutorial for play this game, but
it's fun. But I'm excited for the expansion. Plus, it just adds a bunch of new birds too, which is nice. So I just bought the DLC that's already out. I forget what the name of it. It's the European expansion, I think. And those birds are cool as shit. There's a penguin that's coming in this one that's really cool that I played a couple times. Love it. It's cute. Every single time you play it, it does their like little bird call, and you can hit right click, and it'll give you a fun fact about a bird.
You want to hear about a fun fact about my bird, ladies?
I'm good.
Are you
my
the ladies?
bird has bought 2 games.
Twice. 2 games, 2 times.
What do we got up next here? Dude,
what?
My response to this, I was genuine, and nobody said a single thing about it.
What? Oh, you deleted it?
No, it was there, but nobody said shit about it. That was my favorite thing. I was just like, yo, I thought which of these fine gentlemen is playing Zelda? And nobody said shit.
Oh, okay, my bad.
Yeah.
What was? Oh, I'm thinking of your reaction to the last news story that we didn't get there yet.
Oh yeah, that one's sick.
Yeah. Okay, but I did see that. But I think I was typing a response of my own at the same time.
What we got?
Nintendo announces a live-action Zelda film. Now, at first I was like, didn't they already announce this? Like, that's why I didn't immediately respond. I was like,
I think it was rumored a lot.
Yeah, I think the thing was they were trying to decide if they were going direct sequel to Mario immediately or go go Zelda. But I know those were the two options. So when this got announced, I'm reading, I was like, I thought this was already, but I think this is the first official this is our step forward thing. Right. So live action Zelda. I honestly thought Zelda was going to be animated. But I'm not mad at this. I'm curious as to who's going to play who. And
cast it right now. Who would you pick? We're just going to do 3. The only 3 that matter. Zelda, Link, and Ganon. We're just going to do regular Ganon from like Smash Bros. Like the dude version. Who you picking?
I don't know. I'm not ready for this question.
We're going to rapid fire this shit so that it's bad. Ready? We'll go Ganon first. I'll say mine, then you have to say yours. The Rock.
He already was. All right, if we got to rapid fire it, he already was whatchamacallit, but I wanted to say Jack Black.
That's a live action Ganon, though?
It would be fun.
Ganon's like 9 feet tall.
I mean,
Jack Black's 4 foot nothing.
Special effects in there a little bit, but you know. All right, you know what?
Actually, though, like
because Ganon's regular form before his human form was like the little pig form.
Oh, I didn't even know that. I thought he was just a dude.
No, he's like this little pig dude. Then he got this human form. Then he got like this fucking beastly pig form later.
So is he a pig?
Essentially, initially, yes.
I thought he was one of the people from the desert area. Because he's got like the same facial structure as them.
When his human form, yes. But at the end of, he first got his human form in Ocarina of Time. That's where Ganondorf came from. He was the guy. But when you fight him at the end, he turns into like this beastly pig form and shit and fights you. At the end of Breath of the Wild, he becomes that form.
What if the beastly pig form is Jack Black and The Rock is the human form?
That would be funny.
And they transition into that, and then Kevin Hart is Link. And Zelda is Karen Gillan, and it's just the cast of Jumanji.
I want it.
Can you imagine Kevin Hart?
You know what? I say I want it because this is funny.
Yeah.
But in all seriousness, if they actually did that, if they made Kevin Hart Link, the ironic part of me is cracking the fuck up.
Oh yeah, it's fucking great.
The Zelda nerd in me is just like, no, you can't be Link.
True. So who would you pick for Link? And if we're gonna say like age wise, how old Link's gonna be, like young adult or like kid Link? What do you think?
That's another thing. Like I don't know where this is going.
Well, let's just say it's like a mid teenage adult Link. You know what I mean? Like kind of Breath of the Wild.
Ocarina of Time Link, where he's just like green tunic, like.
Is that just a dude?
Yeah, like.
Is he like an adult in that, or is he like a
and child? They call him adult Link. He's like a young adult.
Okay.
Because they're both in that child.
So
and
like
adult.
The answer to the question, and what will actually most likely end up happening, because I think it does work, is Tom Holland. I don't want that, but it's the answer.
Yeah.
That's the shitty part, like, because he can do the physical stunts, and I would like him to not talk, so that's fine.
Who's this is gonna sound. Who's a hot young white guy in Hollywood right now? And not hot like just like look, like hot
popular.
like who is that right now besides Tom Holland?
So young, Timothy Chalamet.
Who is that again?
The dude from Dune. He's the new Willy Wonka that's coming out that looks horrendous.
Okay.
He's like a skinny white guy, so that kind of could work. Tom Holland, obviously. Finn Wolfhard from Stranger Things. He's in the new Ghostbusters. The trailer just dropped today that looks fucking sick.
That trailer does look really good.
Did you see the actual one, like the one that was recently just out? This is like a sequel to that one.
No, and I never watched it, but I heard it was really good. I heard it was great.
I saw it in the theaters with Ryan, and we both like looked over at each other and we were like, that was really fucking good. And like,
I'm sure they're streaming on something.
It's gotta be.
It's probably on HBO Max.
Dude, it's so fucking. And not to be like the guy that's like, fuck the all woman cast one, but like for that one, I didn't see it, and I was just like, this looks dumb because they're not connected, but they are connected. You know what I mean?
I watched it. I think it just happened to be on something.
Yeah.
It was one of those nights where like I have nothing else to watch, and I watched it.
It's not even like I didn't think I would like it too, because I love the movie Bridesmaids that has like all the SNL cast members that are in the Ghostbusters as well, and they're funny. But like for me, I was like, this is just gonna be like an SNL skit of Ghostbusters, and I don't want to do do So
it was what it was. I watched it and I was like, another one of the movies where like I don't need to ever see it again.
Yeah,
that was fine.
But the fucking one that came out recently with the kids, dude,
I'm gonna watch that one.
It's so much fucking fun. Like I had so much fun with that movie, and I kind of want to watch it again now that I'm bringing it up. But
you know who Link is? Pete Davidson.
Did you see the skit with the SNL Ken thing?
The Barbie, the
Ryan sent me that. It was like the younger brother versus the older brother. And I'm like, yeah, you ain't wrong. And it was me like, I'm just high in on drugs, and I'm like currently vaping when I watched it. I'm like, shit.
Now, do I think Pete Davidson would be a good Link? No. Hell no.
He's the missing Link.
I just think that's a good answer to give. He's the missing Link. That's a good one.
Zendaya for Zelda.
You might as well make it Tom Holland then.
I was thinking Timothy Chalamet because she's in Dune with him.
Oh, true.
Those two have like.
She would make a great Zelda.
Yeah.
She would make a great
100%.
Zelda.
And here's the thing. I know it's gonna get fucking hated on because not specifically us, but like if this were, let's say we make a clip of this and it goes TikTok viral, like Zendaya should be Zelda. You know, all the motherfuckers who are like Ariel can't be that are gonna be about that, and I'm gonna fucking scream because it's so stupid. But we'll see what happens.
You're arguing about this fictional elf girl.
Yeah. Other than that, maybe like Florence Pugh. She could be good. The chick that was in the Black Widow movie, she's like Yelena.
Okay.
She could be good because she's like, if you want the blonde, you know, she could do that. Yeah. Probably. I don't know. Other than that, like I don't know many dudes. Maybe the kid who's playing Percy Jackson in the new Disney Plus show.
I don't know who that is.
You remember the movie with Ryan Reynolds on Netflix where
the
he
kid
time traveled? Yeah. That
him?
kid. I could see him doing it.
I could see that doing. Yeah, that works.
Yeah, that would work. And then you could even just take one of the actresses from the Percy Jackson show too. I don't know many of them by name yet because I haven't looked into it, but I'm really excited for that show. So
make fucking make what's his name? Harry Potter adult Link.
Daniel Radcliffe?
Yeah.
I don't hate it.
Like a grizzly kind of like the older.
I really don't hate that because he's buff now.
Yeah, I think
you've seen the rumors that he might be Wolverine.
Yeah, I think they're gonna do it. I don't think he'll be like
the
MCU main Wolverine. I think like in this Deadpool movie coming up, he'll be a variant. Yeah. That'll be like their nod to that. Like he'll be a variant of Wolverine. Remember this episode.
Yeah, I really hope that they. Obviously, I hope Hugh Jackman's Wolverine dies in the next Deadpool movie. I don't want him to be Wolverine. I
think this is just going to be their hats off to him. Yeah. I think he'll be there. Then obviously it's all but announced he's going to be in Secret Wars.
For sure.
And I think that's going to be their so long goodbye to him. I hope so.
But then I want Taron Egerton to be Wolverine.
All right, who's this? I'm terrible with actor name. Who is that?
Why am I blanking on the fucking movies that he's from? I love them. The Kingsman. He's the dude with the hat. He's the young guy.
Okay, yeah.
I want him to be Wolverine because he's short and buff, and he could be fucking grizzly as shit. Him or Daniel Radcliffe work perfectly as like actual short Wolverine because he's supposed to be a short dude.
Yeah.
And they cast like 9 foot tall Hugh Jackman.
9 foot tall.
Like this dude is honestly, you know what? Hugh Jackman's Ganon in human form.
Hugh Jackman, I think, would be cool as Ganon.
Yeah. Give him a prosthetic nose that's a little bit bigger than it probably should be, and then fucking give him a cape.
Yeah.
Paint him green.
That'd be dope.
He would be perfect.
Make adult Link Ryan Reynolds so it's them versus each other again.
Ken. I was thinking Ryan Gosling as Link.
True.
If you had...
Have you seen Barbie, right?
Yeah, what?
I'm just double checking. Dude.
Yes, we had a whole...
I know, I'm just double checking.
You're double checking on something you already knew?
Yes, exactly.
All right, I'm sorry,
That's the point of a double check, don't you know? Just like how you double check
but you don't
your
need to double check
Nintendo
if you know.
games that you buy.
No, I double buy. That's a problem. I should have just double checked.
You just pay with check.
I'm not. Imagine writing Nintendo a check.
Honestly, fuck it. But fucking the scene where he says "Sublime."
Yeah.
That as Link. Him as he kills Ganon. Sublime.
Oh, you just raised another question. Link has to talk now.
Does he?
How do they do it without? They had to make Mario have full-on combos.
I think we talked about this in a previous episode. I want the movie to be like he's about to talk every single time. Like he's about to have some dialogue happen.
And something happens.
Someone just interrupts him every fucking time. You know, even better, the fucking Firefly.
Navi.
Yeah, from whatever game that is.
Ocarina of Time.
The cast, who you cast as the fucking fairy. Some annoying voice act. Sarah Silverman.
Like Aquafina.
Sarah Silverman. They're the same person.
They
Now that I'm thinking about this out loud, Aquafina and Sarah Silverman are the same person.
The title of podcast, Aquafina equals Sarah Silverman.
Honestly. But like one of those two, and they just are constantly interrupting right as Link's about to talk. Mm-hmm. And then at the end of the movie, when he's about to finally say something, cut the black. Credits roll. Don't let him talk the whole movie. Let him just be an action star.
Because that's the main difference between Mario and Link, is because while Mario didn't have full-blown combos, he had a character in... he had a cartoon where he had a whole combo. And he like emotes in video games. Even though Link just like... I
mean, they could do like some bullshit where they just say he has a curse and he can't talk.
True.
Because like that kind of feels like what the game is, but then I don't.
Link did talk in the old school ass cartoon.
He also talks in Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom. If you think about it, you just don't hear it.
He just doesn't say it out loud. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the thing that's weird to me. Like I don't get. You know what I mean? Because like he is talking, but he's not.
You're just gonna make him sound like Pikachu in the Detective Pikachu game. No, the game where he's the grizzly.
I'm Danny DeVito, but we couldn't get enough money for Danny DeVito.
Zelda, I got the Master Sword. Let's go find Ganon. I got some rupees.
Let's go to Hyrule. The castle. I could just do the whole fucking movie as a podcast.
We not know, right? So I don't know. I think if he has to, they have to do the same little gotcha thing they did with Mario in the beginning of the Mario movie, where they were showing the ad and he was talking as if he was the video game Mario. He's like, wahoo, we can do it, blah, 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 Mario brothers.
I was impressed by Chris Pratt doing that. I'm not going to lie.
And as soon as it stopped, they was like, hey, they like, good job on the Italian accent thing. I was like, that was such a good way to write around that.
Yeah,
that trope.
They'll do something similar to that for sure.
So, but that means this movie would have to come on, and from a distance, you just hear what, but it's him just like sorry, I had something in my throat. Anyway, I'm Link.
The Rock. I'm Link.
He's way too big to be Link.
What can I say except
sorry, that shit I was eating earlier.
Yeah.
It's a shit in the Zelda movie. Yeah, so Zelda's coming. We'll see what they do.
Zelda's coming. That's the podcast title.
Spelled
the way you think.
Exactly.
Next up, this is a story that I never thought that I would see. And it's one of those things where it's like, it's an obvious thing that should have happened before, I think. Because the hype of it is past, in my opinion. They still make the Crocs and stuff. I don't know if you've seen them, like
I've
the
seen
Mater
those.
ones.
Yeah.
Cars, the movie Cars, Disney Pixar. Lightning McQueen is coming to Rocket League. And it's not just Lightning McQueen. Now, that's the thing. If it was just the car, that's whatever. It's a bundle featuring iconic Cars character and also includes 3 decals for other cars that you can put on. a ka-chow goal explosion, and whenever you score a goal yourself, it will play the song Life is a Highway. Yeah, so
That's great.
I'm playing again. First of all, I love Rocket League. Nobody plays it anymore. That's just the shit. Like, and I used to be good. Me and Ryan on the duos court, you would fuck.
I remember when y'all were like linking up every night to play that shit.
Dude, we were kicking ass. Honestly, he needs to get a gaming something that's not a PS4.
I mean, you can still play it on PS4.
No, it's fraud. His PS4 is old, man. It's a slim.
A slim PS4?
Yeah, the little thin one that you got, the bundle one that was shitty.
But I got the launch PS4. I was playing Final Fantasy VII Remake on a launch PS4.
Jesus Christ. I need to get him a PS. I'm going to put it on his wedding registry for him.
When I was playing that shit.
I told him that. I'm like, put a PS5 on your registry, goddammit. Fuck it.
Yeah.
Do it. If no one buys it for you, what happens? Who cares?
True.
But guess what? Someone buys it for you.
Now you got it.
You can play Spider-Man. He hasn't played Spider-Man 1. He has a PlayStation. I have the physical copy of Spider-Man. He has not played it.
Damn.
Put those fucking weights down and pick up the controller.
Put the weights down, pick them back up again. Put them down, back up again.
Yeah. And then go home and pick up the controller.
Make you down, not get knocked down. Chumbawamba is
Put the weights down again.
Go back to.
Never gonna keep
put
me
weights down. Pick them up again.
Look at me, I'm so strong. Picking weights up and put them down again.
Honestly, we should make that. That'd be a fun, like, meme song.
You're right.
We still got to do that album that's like popular songs but video gamed.
I know. We
Shit.
do. We got to find karaoke versions of popular songs and then
That's easy
sing.
enough.
Yeah.
What's a song that would make sense for Zelda? Like Call Me Maybe or something like that?
I'm trying to think of what the words would be.
I just met you, and this is crazy. So here's my master sword. It's like Ganon, maybe.
Maybe.
He's not even sure.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know.
met you, and this is crazy.
Because then if you're Kid Link,
Because in Ocarina of Time, you become adult Link, so you could be like, I'm from the future.
There's 3 timelines.
right.
I die in one. I survive the next one. I was in Smash Brothers.
It has nothing to do with nothing.
What would Kingdom Hearts be? It would have to be like Evanescence or some shit.
It would have to
bring
be
me to
some-
life.
Yeah, it had to be something
Wake me up.
Oh,
It's
it would
the
have to be
goofy
something
bit.
so like emo.
Yeah, it's got to be Evanescence. Wake me up. Then from Daredevil, the live action movie with Ben Affleck.
Is Donald like,
I can't even do the Donald voice.
I couldn't do it. That's like
I can do the exclamation of
I
just
can't
like
talk like him.
I'm a duck, but I can't do the talking.
Kingdom Hearts 4.
Yeah.
I'm a duck.
Like I kind of just want Donald's voice to be like, "Hey, what's up, man?"
yo, what happened with that? Remember we got that theatrical Kingdom Hearts 4 trailer that looked all brand new?
Oh,
and
Yeah, it was like more Final Fantasy looking.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're making a mobile game. That was a thing that's coming soon, I think. It's like another connector mobile game that's coming soon. I think that got pushed back a little bit recently. I saw it on some gaming news. It's the dude on TikTok that's like, here's your gaming news. That guy with the fucking, that guy. He was
Speaking
talking
of
about it.
bridge games, do you think there's going to be another bridge game between Spider-Man 2 and Spider-Man 3? What do you think it's going to be? Is it going to be Miles? Do you think it's going to be, well, I don't want to spoil the end to...
I know who it's going to be.
Who?
Venom.
Oh, yeah. Fucking
But it's going to be, I think there's going to be something that, the way the game I think should work, this is kind of spoilers for the Spider-Man game. Obviously, Venom happens, right? And then Venom doesn't happen, and the Venom symbiote goes somewhere, right? Let's just put it that way. I think that the Venom symbiote goes somewhere, and that somewhere is on one of 2 people. We're going to get a comic accurate Eddie Brock, because I believe there was a mention of him in the game that MJ mentions at one point. Like, there's like a new guy at the Bugle or some shit.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure it was Eddie. I could be wrong, but there was like a little thing where it was like a picture that he took on the main page, and he wrote the story. I think it was Eddie. Could be wrong. I'll go double check it. Or we get Kraven, who died because of Venom, had his head eaten off. I could see them resurrecting the Kraven body and then the venom just forming a head on the body. That was a big spoiler. I should probably edit that out, that he dies. Because that's a very big spoiler. It's been a week.
It's been over a week.
Yeah. Spoilers for Spider-Man. You know what? We got to put like something somewhere before I say
right
that.
Before you say it, like spoilers incoming.
Spoilers,
but now that
spoilers,
we're here,
spoilers.
Did I say already in the last episode that I thought it would have been doper if Venom took Kraven?
Oh yeah, you didn't say it in the episode, but you're correct, because there was a portion in the comics where Spider-Man himself gets buried alive by Kraven. And there's this fucking vicious... And this is when, I believe it was symbiote suit? He was still in the symbiote, but he like crawls out of the grave, and while he was in the grave, Kraven donned a black suit, which is the exact same as the symbiote, but it's just fabric, and did Spider-Man's job for him better.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
But that's dope. That's plot right there.
Yeah.
I think, like...
That's the way to give him the black suit.
Spoiler territory right now. When they were in the bell tower...
Yeah, that's when I thought it was going to be.
I was hoping, because again, they kept saying it's not who you think, blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh, it's gonna be Kraven.
Yeah.
It's gonna go on to him from Peter. And I was like, okay, that has to be how this goes, right? And it didn't.
Yeah.
I was just
to
like,
be fair, I did...
Because with as big as Venom was, I was like, it has to be someone like huge.
I will give them that it was not who I thought it was, in theory. Because Harry loses the suit, and it goes to Peter, and Peter goes all, evil for a bit. But, like, when Harry was still, like, weak and feeble and shit, that's when I thought we were going to get introduced to, like, him being Goblin, and then Venom would go over to Kraven. That's what I thought was going to happen. So when it just went back to Harry, I genuinely was like, oh shit, it's not who I thought it was. Because I thought it was going to be Kraven.
I guess leading off of the last game, I just was like, okay, well, yeah, Harry. Like, the last game made me think it was going to be him, and then it was him. Yeah. And that's how I felt. I was like, okay.
I guess, yeah. I think it was just the swerve where he lost it, where I was like, okay, so it's not going to be him. And then when it was, I was like, okay, so I was right, but then they subverted my expectations, and then they gave it back to me. I will say, I was super disappointed that they kind of did the MCU thing.
What
and
MCU
they
thing?
Murdered every fucking villain.
Oh, yeah.
I was so disappointed by that. Like, there's 3 that are technically still alive and confirmed, I believe, that we get from certain scenes which you have not played yet, which I will not talk about. But, like, everyone is dead. Except for Doc Ock, which is a main thing at the very end, and then some other stuff, which you'll see. And that was, like, not heartbreaking to me, but I was like, really? Like, that's how you're going to do it? Like, when he killed Scorpion, I was like, that's annoying, because Mac Gargan had the Venom symbiote for a while, and he's big. So I thought you were going to rip off the Scorpion tail, not kill Scorpion, put him in a cage or something, then the Venom symbiote gets on him.
That'd have been cool, too.
So that, like, that's where my brain was. It was like, you're going to get Mac Gargan Venom. The logo on the chest was very similar to the Mac Gargan Venom, too. And then that would have been cool, too, because they could have done a thing where, oh, shit, Scorpion's tail's ripped off. Then he uses the symbiote to make the, like, anatomically correct Scorpion tail that Venom has. Dude, that would have been sick.
That would have been dope as shit.
But then they just killed all the villains, and I get it, because they want to have Miles have his own villains and shit. But at the same time, I'm like, you can keep the Rogues Gallery. He doesn't have to have an original Rogues Gallery. He's an original character. I get that. But he could still be fighting the old Spider-Man's enemies on top of his own enemies, too. And his own enemies are less now because you just resolved that. So, like, you're losing villains.
That's because they're so dead set on, like, Goblin is coming.
Yeah, but also, like, that's weird, too. If you think... Now I'm confused what 3's going to be, because they could do some shit, in theory. They could... Yeah, I'm going to put this out here now. This is less than a month after Spider-Man came out. In Spider-Man 3, Peter's going to die.
Think so?
I think he is going to be killed by the Goblin, similar to in the Ultimate comics, where he dies and then Miles takes over after that. Peter dies as, like, a young adult from the big, beefy Goblin that has, like, the fire powers and shit, right outside of Aunt May's home in the arms of Mary Jane and Aunt May.
Oh, they could easily pull that off with the story they set up.
Exactly. So they murder Peter. That's the entire motivation for Miles. Because now MJ, she's fucking distraught.
Yeah.
May we don't really have to worry about, sadly. But like, she's fucking all fucked up. She probably wants to do some shit. Maybe that's how we get Mary Jane with her spinneret shit. Because she gets powers eventually of spider powers. So she could have her suit and be that after she was just Scream.
Right.
Boom.
That's Scream shit.
That was so fucking good.
So good.
Dude, the voice acting, Laura fucking Bailey. My
Yeah.
motherfucking love, Abby from The Last of Us 2. She is the best. That performance, fucking owned.
That Scream, like, it was one of those moments where when it was a reveal, like that, the big reveal when she comes from behind the thing, it was one of those moments where like right before it happened, it kind of clicks. It was like, oh shit, she's up. And then she came up and I was like,
I thought they were gonna do Lady Venom at first. I was like, like from the movie that they did. I was like, oh, but that's not Venom's girl, blah, 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 that bullshit. I was like, really? They're gonna do that? And then Scream showed up, and I love Scream. Ever since I rode the ride at Universal Studios, dude. The first time I ever rode that when I was a kid, we went on a family vacation. My grandma paid for the whole thing, and we went to Universal for one day because I was like, I need to go to Universal, and I need to ride that Spider-Man ride. We rode that shit. Got back in line, got back.
it's a good ride.
Dude, I felt like
ride.
nothing else in the world mattered. And I was just like, this is it. This is what I am.
This is what I was born for.
Meanwhile, Jameson's yelling in my ears in the buggy like, Spider-Man! And blah, blah. And the Scream gets all in your face in 3D. Oh, dude, it's so good.
Yeah, that was a good ride.
Speaking of a good ride, our last news story. It's
the
been
ride
a
we've
long
all been
ride.
on for a very long time.
It's been a long time coming.
Rockstar, there was rumors all week leading up to this announcement, but Rockstar has come out
Did it, man.
and said, we are very excited to let you know that in early December, we will release the first trailer for the next Grand Theft Auto. We look forward to many more years of sharing these experiences with all of you. Thank you, Sam Houser. Now,
This was in a random thread of tweets as well. Like, they were like, here's a bunch of new information. Also, casually.
also bang.
Here you go.
Right? Like, I think 2 days before this, Jason Schreier of Bloomberg was like, there's Grand Theft Auto news. Nice. Incoming. So everybody's like, oh shit. And then they put this out. Now, they're Rockstar, so they don't have to really do any collaboration or anything with anybody. They kind of, their cachet is their cachet.
Yeah.
Because they said December. I was like, do you think they do it at the Game Awards, or is it just a Rockstar on their own presentation?
I think it'll be both. I think we get a trailer that's a story teaser trailer. No gameplay whatsoever. Just like, here's where we're going with the story. Whatever that might be. If they're continuing or if they're doing some other bullshit. And then at the Game Awards, when we get our first look at gameplay. Nothing like crazy, but just like in-engine footage mixed in with the story elements. That's when we get to see a little bit of what gameplay looks like. It's gonna be the same as fucking GTA 5.
Now,
It's nothing crazy.
I'm saying this because I'm asking this because Rockstar notoriously like never showed their shit at I think they showed like one, like maybe GTA 3 before like the big explosion of Grand Theft Auto happened. They notoriously don't show up to like E3.
Yeah,
They're like,
they don't need to.
They don't need to because they're so big. They're just like, we can just do it whenever we want to do it. That's maybe like, but the Game Awards is in December. That it lines up kind of.
I think that Keely's just too nice of a guy that he would just be like, hey, if you guys want to show a trailer, I'd love to have you type situation. I don't think he's going to be like banging on their door for anything.
Right.
I feel like he would be like, hey, this is the thing we're doing. It's in the same month. If you guys would like to and put something out, here you go. There's your space if you want it. That's as simple as it's going to be.
That's a big get for Keely if he gets that.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's going to be anything crazy, though, if we do see it at Game Awards. I don't think we're going to get, like, any groundbreaking or, like, a reveal date or anything. I think it's just going to be a little bit more of what's coming from the story, probably a rehash of whatever they show by themselves, and then just sprinkled in, like, a clip or two of shooting a gun or... like a punch in the face or punching like a hooker on the street type shit. Like, you know, some classic GTA stuff.
10 years.
I still have never played 5.
5 was good.
I've heard it's good. Never played it.
But 10 years. I beat that shit 10 years ago, and it stayed on the highest selling game charts for 10 years straight. That is like unheard of. Yeah. That's ridiculous. Like 6 has so much to live up to, but they've had 10 years to make it. So I'm confident they can live up to it.
Well, that's the thing that I'm like iffy about, because they've had 10 years to make it, but they've been working on GTA 5 and GTA Online the entire time. So it's like, how much have they been working on 6? Like, is it really going to be... In my opinion, I don't think it's going to be crazy good. I think it's going to be GTA 5 2. Because GTA 5 is like the ultimate Grand Theft Auto. Mm-hmm. Like, this is your best one if you want to play it. San Andreas maybe second, Vice City or whatever if you want to argue it. But, like, 5 is like the complete package with online and what the game is. They're just gonna do a sequel to that, right?
I mean, but there's already new elements to it when all that shit got leaked.
Yeah,
and it's like a dude and his girl now, and you're like this Bonnie and Clyde situation,
and what it is,
and the interactions when you can go into a store and rob it. Like it had so much new shit in all those leaks that I was just like, okay, this shit looks like crazy. On top of obviously visually looking better. Mm-hmm. So I'm really interested in what this is going to be.
Do you think they do a co-op story if it is a Bonnie and Clyde thing? Do you think they give us what fucking Insomniac should have?
Do you think that's going to be in Spider-Man 3?
No.
I think they're riding the solo mission thing.
Peter's dying in the first 20 minutes.
Man, you think first 20 minutes?
I want them to set the stakes immediately in Spider-Man 3.
I thought about that as a we're back to Spider-Man 3 now.
Sorry. I mean, it makes sense.
Well, wait. Grand Theft Auto 6 is coming. I want to get back to the Spider-Man conversation. I think it'll be really, really, really well done. I'm interested to see what Rockstar is going to do. They've had 10 years. I'm sure they had a team working on online, and they had another team working on 6. Mm-hmm. So I think it'll be ridiculously crazy. Looking forward to seeing what they do. Now, Spider-Man 3, I did think what you said. I was like, Peter's either going to, because he's going to have something to do with 3. Mm-hmm. I think he's either going to die, or you play as he like shows up at like the end or something for a mission or something. Yeah. Whoever the big bad is at the end.
I don't know. I want Peter to die. I kind of want him to die.
Well, no. That's the optimal route. It's the ultimate motivation.
Yeah. I feel like that'd be just so nice too, with like not I want them to kill a guy. It's so nice. No, it would just be a nice way to cap off the story, in my opinion. Because like
they said, this is what did they say at the end of 2? End game. He didn't say end game. He said, "Fuck, what was it? They used a certain term at the end of the game. Doc Ock says it when they're talking through the...
Oh, yeah. I don't remember his exact thing, but he says something. That was another thing that was confusing to me, because I'm like, it almost felt like they were trying to set up the Sinister Six.
The final chapter, something like that.
Yeah. But like, they can't set up the Sinister Six because they're all dead.
You killed them.
Except for literally just Octopus, in theory. And Goblin, but Goblin doesn't exist yet. But obviously, G-Serum, blah, 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 bullshit. But fucking, I don't know, man. There's a part of me that just wants Peter to die, because it's like one of those... It's similar to the Phantom Liberty ending to me, where it's like, my dude never got a moment to just be.
Yeah.
And that's like the beauty and the sadness and like why Spider-Man is compelling, because he's giving everything to make sure everyone else is safe and still not necessarily being 100% successful, but still trying, and never once just having a moment for himself to just like take time to grieve. Like, he fucking put off all the Aunt May shit in the house and how the fucking mortgage was going. He didn't have the time to grieve. Now that he has this moment where Miles take it from him, is just like given, hey, you're Spider-Man now. Take it away immediately. And then Miles has to get practically revenge, and it's just a revenge story. But then since it's Miles, we get to the end and he lets whoever, like Goblin, win, like stay alive or some shit, because you can't kill.
It goes right back to Spider-Verse when Miles is like, Spider-Man always, and then Peter B. Parker is like, not always, not Peter B. Parker. Is that no? What's that Peter's name?
Peter B. Parker.
That's Peter B. Parker. All right. Yeah. Who was the one that died?
Peter Parker.
Just regular Peter Parker?
Well, they referred to them. I forget how they called them and shit, but like, there's like a behind the scenes of like what the animators called them and shit. Like I think it was like Peter something with related to food for Peter B. Parker.
Okay.
And then for the other Peter was like something with death, like Peter Die Parker or some shit like that.
But Miles was like, Spider-Man always like, he's like, not always, and that kind of ties right into what you're saying about this.
Not always, and I think that's the beauty of it, and that gives you the motivation you need to push through the game, and like it doesn't need to be honestly though, I would kind of like a longer one for the third one. Not that like we need it.
I think they said they commented on that, saying the third one they're listening to everybody, and
I'm not even mad though at the length, but it's just like I don't know. The third one I feel like it's got to be like 40 hours.
You know, it's crazy because I get why they make them the length that they make them. I think it's because Spider-Man is such a huge brand that they know they want people to see this game to the end. They want people to see it all. Yeah. And if you got like little kids like Spider-Man, so they're going to be playing it, and they want to make a game that they can get through, like because obviously little kids aren't, or you know, older little kids, let's say 10, 11, 12, they're not going to be playing all through like Last of Us and shit. Like those are kind of made for a certain audience. Spider-Man is so damn universally loved, especially by kids, that they want to make a game that they can see to the end too.
I just thought of something. Instead of killing Peter in the first 20 minutes, you wait about like 6 hours, but we have a time skip in between the second game and the third game, and it's like 4 years later. MJ is pregnant.
So Mayday?
Yeah, but Peter gets killed while she's still pregnant and doesn't get to see his daughter.
Y'all trying to turn Spider-Man into a stone cold killer, cause
well, listen, man, you gotta set the stakes high. Plus, we got Silk coming in.
True.
And I have a theory of what they're gonna do, and it's in the main comic line with Silk when she gets introduced, and she's with Peter. There's this thing because they got bit by the same spider or some shit, right? And so that means that they just want to fuck.
Oh wait, I think you told me a little bit about this.
They're pretty much like attracted to each other on a feral level, where it's not like they don't have control. Like this is something that's in their DNA now because the spider, blah blah blah. They got a mate because whatever. So they just are fucking in the comics. Peter has got MJ now. So I'm thinking Silk got bit by the same spider that Miles got bit by.
That's a nice little flip.
So then Miles and Silk
and he has a dilemma because he got a girlfriend. And,
so that's going to be fucking great. And then also, in theory, we might even get to play as Silk.
True. I thought about that.
I don't want to have Gwen come in either. That's another thing I don't want.
I thought about that too. I was like, does Gwen ever show up anywhere?
I don't want that. I don't want... Put Silk in there just with like that little bit. Maybe like they fuck once. Like maybe like they actually like in-game actually fuck. Because of the whole spider bullshit. Or write it better, maybe. Because it was kind of a lazy writing thing. Like, yo, they got bit by the same spider. They want to fuck.
They did the sex.
There's the male fantasy. They just fuck because they gotta. You know, that kind of bullshit. Like, I don't want that. But at the same time, it's compelling because now he's got a girlfriend and that's like a thing he can't control.
It's a dilemma.
Like, I want them to get close or like they're about to do it and then she sees. The girlfriend sees. And then that starts the whole thing. But then they're able to like control the not fucking part. But maybe, I don't know. We'll see what happens. This has been a long episode.
This is a long episode. Longest one in a while.
Yeah, and we got to edit this for this week. This weekend. We'll do Saturday.
All right. I can.
So what's today? Today's still technically...
Today is still Wednesday. For another half hour.
Yeah, so if you edit the audio tomorrow, edit the video on Friday, boom, it's out Saturday.
All right.
With all the stuff behind us.
Honestly, the hardest part is going to be the extra stuff because... We've gotten such a formula down with this podcast that there's not a whole bunch of breaks and walkaways and oh shit and let's go back like there used to be.
Yeah, there used to be a ton.
Yeah.
Lining that up was not fun.
Right.
But now, it's much better.
Yeah.
I don't even think we have much to edit out either.
And all we got to do is wait till my house is asleep.
Yeah. It is currently 11:30 at night.
Yeah.
We started recording at, 9, I think?
Yeah, about 9 o'clock. Yeah, because that's when Trent went to bed.
Yeah, this is definitely a longer episode, but we're back in person. Mm-hmm. More changes coming soon, obviously. More than just that back there. And that will be much more in depth once we go to record those.
Of course.
But until then, you can follow us on all social media platforms. If you got this far, we love you. Thank you.
We do.
Drop a sub
Seriously.
and all that jazz. But Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, Twitch, and YouTube. That
Titty.
is
Titty.
saved. Letter B and number 4 quitting on all of those platforms.
All of them.
TikToks daily. YouTube Shorts sometimes, if I remember. Instagram Reels. I don't know.
We're doing the stuff.
Reels don't really do anything for us, which sucks, but
I know.
it's just algorithm.
Yeah.
Algorithm.
Man, this
Full circle.
Dude, I feel like Algorithm has to be the pod title, and then the thumbnail is just going to be Don Cheadle.
We're going to be like, what is this episode about?
It's about Don Cheadle.
It starts with Don Cheadle.
It ends with Don Cheadle.
For sure. You can also go to our website, SB4Q, to pick up your merch options. We've got hats, we've got hoodies, we got keychains, we got bottles, we got a bunch of options, different designs on all of those options for you too. Go see what you like, go see what you want, go pick it up. It's good shit.
Stuff.
Patreon, we are getting back to you. We apologize immensely. We thank you all for sticking on if you did, and the fact that we kind of just gave us money for nothing for a month or two.
The dream.
Yeah.
But it's been going to good use.
Yeah.
You helped us re-up the podcast.
We are lit right now because of it.
Subscription. We have lights in here we used that money for. We have some mics coming that we're going to get to do Save Before 5 with that. But that money is being put to use. You are definitely helping the show. Straight up.
And we're going to be pumping out pod episodes and more extra content coming soon. Nothing set in stone. One is like a teaser I mentioned a while ago. It's like, I'll just play Wingspan High, which, I mean, for the audience that we have on Patreon currently, they might dig that. But it's just going to be me losing a lot. So
it's all good.
The bots are too good, damn it. Bots. Fucking, what else we got to shill? I think that might be it.
I'm gonna do some Mario Wonder on a stream. So
hell yeah! Make sure you follow our Twitch. I stream Fridays and Ant streams
whenever I can.
That. So yeah, check us out on all those. What else do we have to do? Man, we got to put all this stuff back. That's gonna be a time.
It looks more like an undertaking than it actually is.
Yeah.
And when we finish Restyle, we do this thing like. But then 2 people, it goes back pretty quickly.
Yeah. I feel like the setup's much worse than the actual teardown. Because setting up
you have to line it up and
please be accurate.
Yeah.
Well,
it's a labor of love.
Before you labor your love and hide goldfish underneath the couch, make sure you always
save before quitting.
Lined it up that time because we're not on
the computer.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah, man. Joe, I didn't even drink my water.
Peace.
P.
No post credits.
No
Post credits
yeah.
is gonna be on the fucking
This. It's gonna be this.
This is the post credits.
Goodbye.